Alright guys, hello everybody, welcome. It's been a few weeks now since we've seen each other. Hopefully everybody's doing well, hopefully everybody's doing great, and hopefully everybody's ready because Crown Jewel should be a great pay-per-view, and we're all in here for a good time. That's for certain. We're just waiting on the show to start off. Right now is the pre-show that's going on. We know that Sami Zayn is going to be competing on the pre-show tonight, which is rare for the WWE as they don't usually like to give us pre-show matches. But tonight, they are actually giving us a match on the pre-show. And why shouldn't they? They get paid like $50 million for every single time that they are in Saudi Arabia. Overall, every single year, they get paid about $100 million. So they can at least give us a free match on the pre-show, right? Absolutely, they can. And good to see everybody. I can see Victor is here, Ross Dog in the house. We got Jonathan right here, Anthony right here in the house. Sarah, it's good to see you. Car, good to see you. True, my brother, great to see you. Good to see you, 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗵. Everybody, fantastic seeing all of you. Hopefully all of you are doing well and keeping safe. Tonight we are here in for a big night. It's a big night because, of course, Crown Jewel, the pay-per-view, is pretty massive, right? Big matches happening. We could be looking at perhaps either one of the world titles changing hands. Not sure if LA Knight is going to be the guy defeating Roman Reigns, but you know what? Seth Rollins might drop his title tonight. It's possible. Drew McIntyre might walk out of Saudi Arabia as a world champion. We shall see. It's all on the predictions. Let's see what's going to be happening. Of course, True, our predictions champion. Tonight, we're going to be doing something different, guys. It's a new era of watch-alongs. As you can see, the presentation has changed a little bit, but we're going to be talking a little bit more about it as we keep going and more people join us, because a lot of fun. We're going to be having a lot of fun. Let's see. Okay. Thank you once again, everybody. Andrew, my brother, good to see you. Andrew is in the house as well. And speaking of predictions, I think that the first reveal of the night should be made right now. I've got an announcement to make. And, this is a bigger announcement than Tony Khan's, I'll tell you that. I've got an announcement to make right now, guys. Let's tune in. Today, we are starting a new era of the watch-along streams right here on the channel. And to start off the new era, we're going to be starting it off on a high note. Today, we're going to be introducing not one, but two brand new championships right here in the wrestling news community. I'm going to be telling you more about the championships and what they'll be doing moving forward. But first, I would like to introduce all of you to the brand new Wrestling News Championships in 3, 2, and in 1. There you are. That's right. Take a good look at the championships, guys. These are the brand new Wrestling News Championships. As you can see, as you can probably guess already, the title that is on the left is the Trivia Championship. And the title that is on the right is the brand new, the very prestigious Predictions Championship. That's right, guys. So two brand new championships are being introduced tonight right here with this stream. And two brand new, and very excited about these, because that's right, I like it. True says cool. Now, one thing about these championships that you can see right now already is that the predictions title now has a WWE logo on it. And the reason why it has a WWE logo is because now we're going to be having not one, but two predictions champion. It's like Roman Reigns would not drop his title, right? He would not drop his title, and that's why Triple H had to come out, and he had to introduce a brand new world title. In same way, True is not going to drop his championship, so we'll have to come out and we'll have to introduce a new championship as well over here. So this is what we're going to be doing. Now we're going to be having two predictions champion. One is going to be champion of the WWE predictions, and the other one is going to be the AEW predictions champion. That's right. And as far as the trivia championship is concerned, this one is going to be fun because not only are we going to be having dedicated streams for trivia championships, but also on any given stream, on any given night, randomly, we're going to be having an impromptu trivia, and every single time that we have trivia, the title will be on the line. That's something different over here. That's something new and exciting about the trivia. So as you can see right here, these are your championships. Take a good look once again at these. That's right. So the predictions and the trivia championship. What's even more exciting about this is that also I'm trying to get something, for the champions that are able to win these championships and are able to hold on to these titles for at least 4 months in a row. They are going to be getting themselves a t-shirt with their name on the championship, and they'll be getting a customized t-shirt saying that they are either the predictions or the trivia championship. You're gonna get a t-shirt with this title printed on it and your name printed on it as well. So it's gonna be a customized t-shirt that you'll be getting if you were able to hold on to the title for at least 4 months in a row. So that is the announcement, the big announcement right here. There's going to be more to come, guys, because I'm working on a lot more exciting stuff. But of course, this was one of the major announcements that I had to make. And this is it. The beautiful titles. All right, thank you, Ricky. I like that. Ricky says, "I love your announcement, AJ. Big announcement, not like Tony Khan. His announcement was stupid." So Tony Khan, I like the guy a lot. He's great. I appreciate Tony Khan a lot. Anyways, let's see. Andrew says, "Oh, AJ is going big time." You know it, brother Andrew. You know it already. Of course, we go big time, and that's all where we go. Speaking of big time, big matches taking place tonight, of course. We've got, of course, the Roman Reigns versus LA Knight match, a match that everybody's excited about. I want to cut straight to the chase and ask you guys, who do you see winning this championship, right? This match, this big, I believe, the main event of the night. Roman Reigns, LA Knight. Roman Reigns has got, of course, the days, the big reign behind himself. But LA Knight has got the fan support, and he's got all the crazy amount of momentum that he's got right now. So who do you see winning this championship match? Is it going to be Roman Reigns? Is it going to be LA Knight? Let me know, guys. Let me know what you think is going to be happening. And Ricky, thank you for the love. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see what else do we have here on Twitter. Oh, wait. That's Cody Rhodes. That's a video of him pulling into for the show, I believe, right? That's a big billboard. Of course, Drew McIntyre also quite focused. These are all the matches that are going to be taking place tonight. Of course, we've got Roman Reigns, LA Knight. We've got the Fatal 5-Way Women's Championship match. So this one can go either ways because Rhea Ripley does not have to, get pinned to drop her title. So if they want to actually have her drop the title and give somebody else a chance with the gold, this is the perfect opportunity to do so, right? You've got Shayna, you got, of course, Nia, you've got Raquel Rodriguez. Zoe, I believe, is the absolute ultimate underdog, not only in this match, but the entire pay-per-view. There's nobody else who's as weak and as fresh as Zoe Stark on the roster. So I don't see Zoe Stark winning at all. I would say perhaps it's going to go to maybe either Nia or, perhaps Raquel Rodriguez, but I don't see it going to either Shayna or Zoe or even Rhea Ripley for that matter. Speaking of Shayna, I mean, look at that makeup. For a second, I thought, is that Ronda Rousey? But of course, that's Shayna Baszler with some Ronda Rousey makeup. That's what it is. All right. But let's see what else do we have here. We've got True saying Roman is going to retain. I think so too. Roman Reigns has defied all the odds. He has defeated the Brock Lesnar's, the John Cena's. He's defeated everybody. I don't see Roman Reigns losing to LA Knight. Despite of the momentum, I just don't see it happening. Also, anybody watching WWE would know that it's too quick, too soon for LA Knight to actually fulfill the dream, right? It's not going to happen. He's not going to become champion so soon. And moreover, it's Saudi Arabia, so Yeah, LA Knight's not going to win. We got Tony in the house. Good to see you, Tony. And Tony says, sup, Singh, and Roman is going to retain the Universal title like that. And Tony, since you just came in, I would also like to introduce you to the brand new championships that we have right here on the channel. So these are the two brand new championships that we now have moving forward. One, of course, is the Trivia's Championship, and the other one is your Predictions Championship. Of course, this is the WWE Predictions Championship. The AEW Championship will be revealed, at the next AEW pay-per-view. But this one is got to be for the WWE Predictions Championship. So that's what's going to be happening moving forward. Ricky says Roman is going to murder LA Knight tonight today. I see Rhea keeping her title, but I would love to see 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶 win the title as well. But it's not going to happen, says Ricky. Let's see, brother. I mean, it could happen. It could definitely happen. And love that, Tony. True says the go-home show for this pay-per-view was not good. I can imagine also, we did not watch it together, right? So obviously, it just cannot be good. Shows are always better when we watch it together, is it not? I can see Booker T actually is right now over on the pre-show that we're getting in India. Let's listen to Booker T real quick.
Just because we watched the meteoric rise of LA Knight over this last, perhaps 365 last year on this stage, his first real big contract signing, to have a chance to walk away with it all. I'm so intrigued with that matchup.
On that note, Booker, LA Knight, he's had such a...
It's quite interesting. Guys, I see Booker T right now is actually at home. He's not at the WWE. He's not ringside. He's not in the studio. He's actually at home. So it means that he's not going to be doing commentary. Or he's not going to be doing the pre-show either for the pay-per-view, which is interesting. We've seen, Ricky says, AJ, question, new champion bets on the line for WWE pay-per-view show or any full gear, any show? So brother, Ricky, the trivia is for trivia, but for the predictions title, this one right here is for the WWE events only, not for, the TNA or AEW. This title in particular is only going to be for the WWE pay-per-views, hence the WWE logo over there. But we're going to be having a new AEW title belt as well at the next AEW pay-per-view. And love that, 𝗕𝗵. Raw go home before Crown Jewel is okay, but not a good show, says Ricky. I like that. Okay. So 𝗕𝗵 says, can we get the title? So 𝗕𝗵, what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be rolling out merchandise, right? A lot of merchandise is coming out, guys, which is quite exciting. But I have been working on, certain graphics, merchandise, and a lot. And now finally we're going to be releasing them. So a lot of merch is finally rolling out. And it's going to be featuring these championship belts that you just saw right there on the graphic. Also, there's going to be merch with yours truly on it. My animation, my cartoon. And there's going to be more as well. So, exciting. It's exciting. Let's see. Anthony says, actually, I like Wrasslinews mug. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate that. Tony says, I hope Ria Ripley retains her women's title until 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗃 enters the ring and stares at both Rhea and the belt. That'll be something. But I don't see 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗃, making her in-ring debut until at least the Royal Rumble. Not even Survivor Series. I think they're going to stretch it out until the Royal Rumble. Perhaps, yeah, I think Rumble is going to be it. I don't think they're going to stretch it out to Mania. Mania would be too much. Rumble has to be it, I think. 𝗕𝗵 says, great, I should seriously start selling... Oh, thank you for that, 𝗕𝗵. Appreciate that. Gary, yeah, I like that, Gary. Welcome, good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. I know Gary is all in for LA Knight. Yeah, tonight. I know that. Ricky says NXT Halloween Havoc. That was a good show. Trick came out for the main event. And, I see. Mello attacked him. Now we're going to get Trick versus Mello. That's crazy. I see that. Ricky is here chanting on TNA. And TNA has a lot of hype behind themselves right now. People are talking about Impact Wrestling. People are talking about TNA, and it's something that's not happened in a long time. So it's great for TNA or Impact, right? It's great. But I was listening to some Hall of Famer talking about Impact Wrestling and their move to the old name now. And the person said that, the move probably means nothing if they don't change anything, as far as the venue size is concerned, or the presentation is concerned, or the overall, running the show is concerned. If they don't change that, then the name change does not mean anything. Of course, one of the things that people were requesting was a six-sided ring, which obviously will not be brought back because of safety concerns. A lot of wrestlers have come out and said that the six-sided ring was not at all safe, which is why it's not going to be making a comeback to TNA. But at least as far as the venues are concerned, or the stage design is concerned, the overall presentation has got to be, definitely taken into account. And hopefully that's not going to be a territory where Impact or TNA disappoints us. So we shall see. But right now, it's all very exciting. It's all very hot, for sure. And Ricky says, I see Jade Cargill at NXT go home after the women's... Oh, you see her going after the NXT Women's Champion. All right. Weenham, that's right. TNA indeed. That's right. Yep. We got Booker T as well over here. Let's listen in.
Well, I mean, they don't call him Big Match John for nothing. You can get to, the pinnacle of this sport by accident, by osmosis, by slipping on a banana peel or anything like that. He is truly one of the greatest. And I remember...
And if I'm not wrong, guys, John Cena has been losing every single of his singles matches for over 1,100 days, right? He has not won even a single match, in over 1,100 days. And we're talking about only one-on-one singles action. So he has been very disappointing for over 1,100 days in singles action. Hopefully that comes to a stop tonight and he gets his first singles victory in over 1,100 days. That's going to be very important for John Cena. So we're hoping that he wins tonight, of course, as he takes on 𝗙𝗲𝗃𝗄𝗃. 𝗙𝗲𝗃𝗄𝗃, even though WWE has been trying to build him up as a big threat or a big, something, to me, still hasn't quite hit the marks. To me, still not that big of a threat, so we shall see what happens. But 𝗙𝗲𝗃𝗄𝗃, to me, is still not a big threat, so I see him being I would say, walk in the park for John Cena. But we shall see. And Ricky says first TNA pay-per-view is going to be hard to kill. That's right, yep. I mean, Ricky, if you'd like for me to watch it, if you'd like to watch it together, then we're going to watch it, for sure. Yep. And we're looking at the time right now. We've got so we're halfway done with the pre-show. It should be time that we get into the first match. That's going to be the Sami Zayn versus JD McDonagh match on the pre-show. And I would like to ask you guys about this, right? How do you feel about Sami Zayn being on the pre-show? How do you feel about it? Are you disappointed? Are you shocked? Are you upset? Do you think that, that's where he belongs? What are your thoughts on Sami Zayn actually being on the pre-show and not the main show itself? Let me know, because there has been a lot of mixed response, mixed reaction to Sami Zayn being on the pre-show. And on top of that, it's a very celebratory, event for Zayn. Not only is the guy actually in Saudi Arabia for only the second time, but on top of that, tonight is his day 900. No, I'm sorry, is his 900th match in the WWE. So it's his 900th time being in the ring for the WWE. So it's a pretty monumentous occasion for him. But it's only on the pre-show, so that's that. By the way, we actually have a video here coming in on Twitter. Let's listen to it. So I'm pretty sure you all heard that, hopefully. But the fans in attendance at Crown Jewel are chanting quite loudly, CM Punk. Apparently, they're expecting CM Punk to turn up in Saudi Arabia, which does not feel like it's going to happen. I don't feel so at all. But let's see, Gary says it's kind of disrespectful to Sami Zayn. Maybe. perhaps. Of course, I mean, the guy is a great guy. He's a good wrestler, so of course it's disappointing to his fans and absolutely to himself too. Anthony says that he's shocked. That's right. Yeah. Doesn't matter, he's getting paid regardless. And also in Saudi Arabia, definitely getting paid a lot. He flew all the way down to Arabia. Definitely got to be getting a good paycheck regardless of that. We got Andrew here saying, is Sami really in Saudi? Or is it he really is in Saudi. He really is here. Yep. 1 second, guys. That's crazy. So, a fan here, right? I mean, I'm going to turn it to you guys for a second so you can see it. But a fan over here, apparently, is getting an opportunity to ask Booker T a question on TV. And she just showed him that she has got a tattoo of Booker T on her arm. It says Booker T with a heart on it. That's the craziest, creepiest thing ever. Okay, cool. Cool, good for her, I guess. But let's see, what else do we have here? We got 𝗕𝗵𝗆 saying, good question. I was wondering the same thing. Yep. But Andrew, coming back to your question, Sami Zayn is there, JD McDonagh is there. They are going to be having a pre-show match tonight, yeah. Ricky says no rain yet. It seems like there is not going to be any rain. You know, I was looking at the forecast earlier. It seems like it's kind of settled down. It was mostly cloudy. It's not super sunny day. It's a little cloudy, but no, we're not expecting rain tonight. So that's a good thing, I guess. We got Jonathan in the house. He says, big up AJ, big up everybody. When does it get underway? It should be getting underway in about 5-10 minutes, because that's when the first match is on the pre-show. We got Sami versus JD McDonagh, so it should be underway soon. And then of course in about 20-25 minutes from now, we're gonna be starting off with the main show. So that's that. Wait, what else do we have here? 28 minutes left. That's right, Tony. Nice and sunny here in Inglewood. I like that, Jonathan. Keeping warm. WWE has made wrestling big in Saudi. You know, Saudi Arabia, they are attracting a lot of, Western sports. First, you had the WWE, then Vince McMahon became kind of a mediator to bring in UFC to Saudi Arabia as well. And now to top all of that off, recently FIFA announced that football's FIFA World Cup is actually also going over to Saudi Arabia, which is crazy. I mean, did they not host the previous World Cup in Qatar, and now they're going back to the Middle East for another World Cup? It's a little bit crazy, right? I mean, you talk about all the crazy fans you have in Europe, and you talk about all the teams that you have from Europe, but you're going to avoid all of that, and you're going to go again back to Saudi Arabia, not for the teams, not for, I guess, the fans, but for the money. But I guess if they're making money, it makes sense, right? Clay, good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Great to see ya. Let's see. Andrew says, I thought Sami was not allowed to go to Saudi. So that, I'm sorry, guys. We're still dealing with a little bit cold. But that ban was lifted, even for the previous event. Because now the diplomatic ties between the two countries are kind of, I guess they have sort of come to an agreement. So for that reason, the whole Syria ban that they had, Saudi Arabia, on Sami Zayn, that's been lifted. He was in Saudi Arabia the last time that the WWE was there, and he is back over here again in Saudi Arabia. So that's that. The ban has been lifted on Sami Zayn. But it's still, quite sad what's happening in the Middle East. It's really sad, everything that's been going on. First you had the Russia situation, now you've got that situation. It's sad, but it's the world that we live in. True says, Sami was there at the last Saudi show. That's right, True. We all remember that. Yep. Thanks for reminding that. Ricky says, Inglewood, I'm living in the East LA. It's sunny here too, says Ricky. I like that. Speaking of Sami, and here we go. Really? For me, I'm still in the pre-show for some reason. Still not on the actual show. Are you guys, starting off with the Sami Zayn entrance already? Because I'm still watching the pre-show. They have a special pre-show over here with Booker T, sitting at his home. And let's see, drink hot tea. Thanks for that, Ricky. I will drink some tea, my brother. Human rights there just needs to be improved. It's sad, yeah, Jonathan, it's sad. Thank you, 𝗕𝗵𝗆. Yes, I'm going to have some water. The past week, I actually wanted to come back and start doing all these streams like a week earlier. But I got a pretty bad, cold, and I was down with it. still feeling some effects, but we're good to go. Once again, if anybody missed it, by the way, I think Jonathan was not here, and I think Andrew Watch saw it, but if anybody missed it, I just want to give a little recap once again. We have today introduced 2 brand new championships right here at Wrasslinews, and one is going to be for the trivia, one is going to be for the predictions. Now, the trivia title is basically got to be impromptu. So the trivia can be triggered at any time. We are going to be having specific and dedicated streams for trivia and trivia only. But on top of that, on any given day, on any given show, we can trigger a trivia at any point, and the championship will be on the line. Doesn't matter if the champion is present or not, the title will be on the line. And same goes for the prediction. Prediction is got to be the same way as it was earlier, for every single pay-per-view. But this title that you're looking at right now with the W on it means that this is the WWE Predictions Championship. There are going to be 2 sets of these titles. One is going to be for AEW. The other one is going to be for the WWE. So we have introduced 2 titles tonight. And another thing over here is that if a champion is able to keep the title with himself for 4 months, they will be getting themselves a brand new t-shirt with the title printed on it and their name engraved on the title. So they're going to be getting a customized t-shirt of this championship, whatever championship that they're holding, and they're going to get it shipped over to their place. So yeah, brand new championships introduced tonight, guys. Let's see. Jonathan says, I better try and find myself some dodgy stream. Yeah, Jonathan, I guess so, brother. I guess so. JD is coming down. Really? Are you kidding me? I'm still watching the pre-show right here on my iPad. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm still getting the pre-show right now. Okay, I better get JD soon. I hope these titles don't become the undisputed, I hope so. I actually had to introduce 2 sets of these, one the WWE and one AEW, because True is never going to drop his title. So that's why I had to introduce 2 different sets, right? But I'm afraid that True is just going to win both of them, and these are going to be undisputed once again, because True is never going to lose the predictions. We know that. Thank you for that, 𝗕𝗵. Thanks, Ricky. Those belts look better than anything. That's right, I agree. I agree, Gary. They look beautiful. You're right, look at them. All right, and True says the match has started. For me, guys, it's crazy. I still don't have the match right here. Actually, you know what? My bad. Why am I even watching it on, on the WWE network over here? I can just go to YouTube, right? To watch the kickoff show. Sorry, my bad. It's crazy that they're not showing me the kickoff show on the network, right? Insane. But the match has started. Thank you for that, True. Thanks, guys. The match is underway. We got JD McDonagh, actually. He's got Sami Zayn in a headlock. Interesting. The first time that these guys went down to Saudi Arabia, oh dear. By the way, I just have to take a moment to talk about the set that they have, the stage that they have. It looks beautiful. Lots of screens have been used on the stage, as you can see. The stage is big, and it's very impressive. It's definitely not your traditional WWE stage. Really, they have put some work and money into it, and you can tell. They've done a good job with the stage, guys. Really have. I believe there's also like a diamond structure hanging from on the top of the ring. I think so. That's a beautiful stage. That's right, decent. Good to see you. True, I might come at you with my Money in the Bank. Yeah, I like that, Jonathan. Yeah, we have to introduce the Money in the Bank too, right? That's right. Yes, Anthony, the match is underway right now. JD McDonagh has got Sami Zayn where he wants him and was about to send him headfirst into the turnbuckle, but Sami Zayn one step ahead, and he's giving JD McDonagh now a taste of his own medicine, smashing his head into the turnbuckle over and over again. 3 sides done. More to come. Wow. Once again, JD McDonagh goes down hard. Jonathan says, I wonder how long Roman Reigns will take to the ring tonight, and what are the chances the referee will be knocked out. The referee is definitely going to get knocked out, but I think there's a 100% chance that Roman Reigns will retain tonight. I know a lot of people still expect for some reason LA Knight to win, but I don't see it happening. I think Roman Reigns is going to be victorious. I think Roman Reigns is going to win the match. Definitely. And here we are one more time. We got McDonagh who grabs Sami Zayn, sends him face first into the top rope. Sami Zayn taking it back. McDonagh still dominating. 𝗕𝗏𝗵 says WWE stage of Saudi is always made really nice, better than the US or the UK. It's sad, but it's true, guys. I think so too. You know, I cannot disagree with that. They really go all out for the Saudi Arabian shows. You can tell by the screens that they have even in the audience, right? They've got the big wall, giant LED screen. They really go all out for these Saudi Arabian shows, without a doubt. But again, they get paid $100 million every single year for these shows. And they only do 2 shows a year, which means they get paid about $50 million for every single show, which is a crazy amount of money. No wonder they want to give Saudi Arabia their best. Let it be bringing out The Undertaker out of retirement or Shawn Michaels out of retirement. They're going to give Saudi Arabia what they want. That's for certain. Imagine ending the Usos run and then fighting in the preview show. I know. But to be honest with you, I did not enjoy Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' tag team championship run. I found it very, very stale. The only memorable, I'm going to ask you this question, to you guys as well. I want you guys to think for a second. Let me know. Because for me, the only memorable thing that they actually did was their little feud with the Usos, and that's about it. But what else did their championship reign even have, right? Even have in store for us? What else did it actually give us? What did they accomplish with that title reign? I think nothing. I think that title run was absolutely bland and stale and boring and meaningless. So, it's a fall from grace, but, it's a fall from bad booking, I guess. They could have done so much better with that championship run. It just ended up going nowhere. So sure, there are pictures going around of LA Knight with the Saudi stage holding the championship belt. Really? I see. I still don't see it happening, though. I don't. And here we are now, superplex off the top rope. Sami Zayn trying to fight McDonagh back. McDonagh gets down to the mat. Sami Zayn looking to fly here. McDonagh with the super drop kick and kicks straight to the chest, going for the cover, but Zayn kicks out. Alright, we got about 15 minutes left here before the main show is going to be kicking off. After WrestleMania 39, their run was weak. You're right about that, true. They were red hot at one point, and then it just all went crashing down. It's not Sammy's fault. It's not Kevin's fault. It's just the fault of bad booking, bad creative. Usos did well with the tag team titles because they were super relevant and the bloodline was relevant. It made sense for them to be carrying that championship because it showed that they are the most dominant forces in the WWE. But, it's not like the creative did anything with that title run either. Let's be honest. They did not do something super creative or clever with the Usos as tag team champions to make that run memorable. They collectively did something for the bloodline that made it work together as a whole. But it's like always, they don't really pay much attention to the tag team champions or the championships. Not a lot of thought process or creativity goes into it, and it shows every single time. And, once the Intercontinental Championship also suffered the very same fate, thankfully now that has changed, and that's thanks to Gunther. And let's see, LA Knight is good, but Reigns is better, says Jonathan, I don't know if I'm going to get some hatred for this, guys. I'm not sure because we haven't chatted in a long while. And you know what? In that while, LA Knight really became a big star, bigger than ever. So, I know Gary's a big fan, but let me know. Make some noise in the chat. Send me some yes if you are a big LA Knight fan. Because for me, I feel like LA Knight is great, but I'm not super duper sold. Like, I just can't get behind him as a world champion already. I need some more time before, I can go there and I can commit to LA Knight as a fan. So I'll need some more time. I want to see some more from LA Knight before I can actually become a fan, a big fan, that is. You know, right now I feel it's all hype, but I just haven't seen much. And good to see you, Scar. Good to see you. Welcome. And the match has started. The pre-show has started. The main show is yet to begin. That is one heck of a brush bum on JD. That's right. Oh my goodness. He was going to go for an impressive moonsault, but Sami Zayn gets his leg up in time. Boot to the face, JD McDonagh. Man, really, you're right about that, Andrew. That is a pretty bad burn. You're right about that. I wonder. You're right. That's a pretty bad bruise. I wonder, what caused it. But it's massive. With that being said, big kick straight to the head. Looks like Sami Zayn is going to win his 900th match tonight. Going for the cover on JD, and he gets the job done. Sami Zayn is victorious. Good for him. Good for him. He needed this victory. He really did need this victory. He deserved it. So good for Sami Zayn here. Picking up a victory over JD McDonagh. Of course, he's got that big burn. Hopefully, he's going to be okay. Wow. God bless. That's right, Sami Zayn is victorious, guys. Good stuff. Sami wins. Now, I'm reminded of the first ever Crown Jewel that took place in Saudi Arabia. Actually, it was not Crown Jewel. They used to call it something else back then. I think the first show that took place in Saudi Arabia perhaps was the Greatest Royal Rumble. I think so. But for that show, they had some weird rules, right? First of all, if you were a single man, which I believe is still a thing, but if you're a single man attending the show, you cannot sit in the lower seats. You have to go all the way up in those cheap seats. That was rule number one. And families, you could sit anywhere you wanted to in the upper levels, but the floor seats, the ground seats, right? The seats that were VIP seats that they were calling it at that time, they were only reserved for the members of the royal family or for the family members of government officials. And that's about it. That was for the first ever show that they did. And I believe that also continued on to the next show that they did in Saudi Arabia. But then they eased it up and they allowed more people, the regular fans, also to be seated in the floor seating. And tonight I'm looking at it. I'm not sure if that rule is still in force. I hope not, because I feel like true fans, the fans who love the sport, should be allowed to sit, if they can afford to sit in the floor seats. Like, why not? So I don't know if that's still in effect tonight. Hopefully not. But let's see. We got Gary saying at least Sami Zayn got the victory. That's right. Pretty sure not. At least he got the victory. We got Tony here saying, yeah, Damian says, hold my briefcase. And you're right. I mean, everybody here talking about Drew McIntyre winning or not, Seth Rollins winning or not. But whatever happens with Damian Priest, I mean, talk about it. They are really, playing out this whole thing that Drew McIntyre, when he became champion, that moment was taken away from him because he became a champion in the middle of the pandemic when there was nobody in the ring to celebrate with him. And, tonight, imagine he becomes champion again, only for Damian Priest to cash in and one more time steal that moment away from Drew McIntyre. That would be crazy. That'd be nuts. Actually, I would enjoy that very much, but we shall see what happens. We got Andrew saying, wonder if it came from the botch move early in the match when JD was launched in the rope instead of doing a flip off Sami's feet. It could be, but it was a pretty nasty bruise. I mean, I couldn't have imagined that, injuring him, hurting him so much, but that was pretty damn bad. And it's good to see him. Welcome, Mr. Roy. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. And of course, we are now watching the show. We got about 10 minutes to go before the main show is going to be kicking off. So 10 more minutes, and we're going to be kicking off with the main show, guys. That's right. Once again, great to see everybody. Let's go back and look at the dirt sheets, actually. Let's see if there's any news that's been circulating around in the dirt sheet real quick. So what do we have in the headlines here? All right, nothing WWE related I can see here. That's right. Good stuff. So no spoilers I can see in the dirt sheets. That's good. That's great. We have to talk about this though. Ric Flair has been signed to a long-term contract with AEW. I want to ask all of you guys, how do you feel about this signing? How do you feel about the fact that Ric Flair is now all elite and he's all elite long-term? Of course, lots of people happy, some people even making fun of AEW for this matter. How do you feel about Ric Flair being all elite? Let me know, guys. Sting recently actually made a comment about AEW, and he said this in a good way, right? Sting said that he sees AEW as he said these were his exact words. 1 second. So I'm gonna pull up the exact quote, right, by Sting. So he said this in a good way. He meant this in a very good way, but of course fans did not. And 1 second, let's see. I want to pull up the exact quote, so I don't want to misquote Sting. But we've got, yeah, that's right. This is it. See, this is the exact quote here of Sting. He says, "The AEW brand reminds me so much of the WCW brand." And he said this in a good way, but of course fans loved poking fun at AEW and Sting for saying this. Of course, he meant this in a good way. He was talking about his nostalgia, his experience with the WCW, how AEW reminded him of the good old days of WCW in a good way. But of course, fans here are talking about Ric Flair signing and talking about AEW signing Edge and all the ex-WWE stars and comparing AEW to WCW. Of course, not a good way. But that's, of course, the fans right there. We got True saying good for Flair. I mean, he's making, a lot of money from AEW. He's also got his Woo energy drink. That's now the official drink for AEW. Now, I'm not too sure what this means, right? When they say, okay, Woo energy drink is AEW's official drink, what does that exactly mean, guys? Let me know if you know, and let me know if you can, enlighten me as well, because I'm confused. What do they exactly mean when they tell us that Woo energy drink is our official drink? Are they going to be handing them out every single time fans come to the arenas? Or what does it actually entail? Age will interview Sting. I mean, I'd like to. Why not? Sting is a legend. It would be an honor to interview him. Maybe one day, Hopefully. Most fans talk out of their butt. You're right, True. You're right. They love poking fun at stuff. That's for certain. Yep. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. On the network, Booker T is still talking, guys. I'm not making this stuff up. Booker T is still here. He's still talking on the network. The pre-show is supposed to kick off in less than 6 minutes, and we've still got freaking Booker T here doing the talking. All right. Hopefully they're not going to be having him, sitting and talking over time, because we have to get to the pay-per-view now. That'll be awesome indeed, Anthony. You're right about that. Once again, anybody who's here for the first time ever, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Hit the subscribe button. Don't be shy. Join us in the chat, because we are here in for a very good night and partnership with the brand. That's right. True. Yeah. Sweet. Good for Ric Flair. I mean, he's going to make some money off it, so why not? It's great. I was reading somewhere that, was it Ric Flair? I believe, not Ric Flair, was some other legend, right, in the business, who, when he signed with WCW, I think it was Macho Man. Macho Man, when he signed with WCW, he brought Slim Jim along with himself, and they became the official sponsor, the official snack for WCW. Similarly, now, Ric Flair has signed with AEW, and now his drinks become the official, drink of AEW. So, of course, it's like deja vu right here, but of course, Ric Flair definitely making money off it. And thank you. I'm glad you love the studio. Thanks for that. But age will Bailey be at Crown Jewel? I mean, she probably should be. She'll be. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, True. Yeah. It's really deja vu indeed. Deja vu, that's right. But yeah, Bailey should be here tonight, Clay. Absolutely. We got Marco here. Good to see you, Marco. Welcome. Bro, about the return of TNA. Marco, how do you feel about TNA? How do you feel about its return? Let me know. We were talking about it not too long ago. there's of course this concern when it comes to TNA. Is it only coming back for namesake? Is it only the name that's coming back, or is the brand coming back? Of course, that concern lies. I guess we'll find out internally, right? Even the people that I know in TNA, they are very excited right now. They're very excited. They're very thrilled about just the buzz that they've generated with the announcement that TNA is coming back. They recently completed their tour in the UK, and that also was a pretty good turnout. I heard, so this is not confirmed, this is not concrete, but I heard that they're exploring avenues, they're exploring different venues, and they're testing the waters. They want to test the waters. They want to see if they can attract bigger crowds. And they're exploring, they're trying to see if they can actually book bigger venues for their events when TNA makes a return. So that's that. So we shall see. With that being said, the pre-show is now going to be wrapping up, guys. Booker T is off TV, which is great. But the main show is about to kick off. Crown Jewel is about to kick off in just a bit. And of course, it's not raining, so that's cherry on top for the WWE, is it not? That's right, guys. Once again, the show is about to begin in just a couple minutes now. Should be good. It's a shame because, the platform that I'm watching the show on right now, that very same platform also streams, other sports like football, soccer, cricket. And for all those sports, they have the number that goes on and tells you how many people are exactly watching this live at this very point. But for WWE, they turn off that number, and we can't actually see how many people are watching live. Otherwise, it would have been very interesting to see the exact number watching the show live on the app, right? It's a lot of fun, but they don't have that on for the WWE shows. That's that. Turning Point took place last night. I saw some good highlights. Yes, I also caught some highlights. Seemed like a good show, true. You're right about that. All right. Man. Hey, David, welcome, brother. Good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. That's right. So, Crown Jewel is about to begin in just a couple minutes now. Should be like 2 minutes, and the show should begin. That's right, 2 minutes to be exact. Oh, thank you guys. I actually hit the mute button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Once again, G-Money, good to see you. Kathy, good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Thank you. I got carried away when I read the name CM Punk from Marco. I don't expect him to be here tonight, but perhaps. We shall see. I don't see CM Punk returning tonight, though. G-Money, once again, great to see you. Love the what chance. Maybe not. True, thank you, Jonathan, thank you, David. With that being said, the show is now kicking off. Crown Jewel is about to begin. All right. I see you, Gary. I see you, G-Money, having a lot of fun at my expense over here. Okay. Wow. Really? Did they actually buy a license to a 𝗕republic song for this event? They don't even go out and buy, that's crazy. They don't even spend so much money for events like WrestleMania. They don't even go out there and buy like a 𝗕republic song for WrestleMania. They don't do that. But for Saudi Arabia, all the money goes up there for whatever Saudi Arabia wants. Tony, good to see you. That's right, Showtime indeed. And let's see. Again, I'm laughing at all the people who think that LA Knight is actually going to win tonight. It's not going to happen. LA Knight is not going to win the match. He is not going to defeat Roman Reigns. It will not happen. I do think that Damian Priest will cash in tonight. I think it's going to be a crazy moment, and the Saudi Arabian fans would be in for a treat if something like that were to happen. I think it's going to happen. I think Damian Priest will indeed become champion tonight. I do see it happening. Yes, I do. And Marco, once again, great question. CM Punk. Lots of fans in Saudi Arabia actually earlier tonight were chanting CM Punk's name. They were wanting CM Punk to come back, and they are wanting CM Punk to come back tonight. I just don't see it happening. Let me know if you do, but I don't see CM Punk returning tonight. I don't think there's any room for CM Punk to return tonight. There's literally, the match card is full. It's stacked. And much love, everybody. Once again, they've used that song, or they have used it before, so they already have the license to it. Thanks for that, True. Thank you. With that being said, it's showtime. That's right. And the pyro going off. That's right. As far as Punk is concerned, they're saying that it's a pretty big no. All the reporters are saying that WWE has said they're very, very against the idea of CM Punk coming back. They don't want anybody to have any kind of like even a hint or a tease at the fact that CM Punk could come back. They want people to come in to Saudi Arabia to buy tickets to the Survivor Series show with the expectation that CM Punk will not be there because they don't want CM Punk there, apparently. So that's the report that we're getting from the dirt sheet. But we shall find out what actually happens eventually. With that being said, the first match here is going to be a pretty massive one. We got Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Championships. Pretty massive. We are starting out things here with the world title match itself. Pretty damn cool. Seth Rollins making an entrance, and David says CM Punk is not returning today for Crown Jewel. Doesn't look like it indeed. We got Gideon here. Good to see you. Welcome. Logan is getting the U.S. title until WrestleMania. I just don't know the rest of the story. I like that. I think so too. I think there's a big possibility that Roman Reigns actually becomes champion tonight. Big possibility. Very big. Also, the fact that he challenged Rey Mysterio on a super mainstream level, he was, after his boxing match, he just grabbed the microphone, issued the challenge to Rey Mysterio. Pretty mainstream. So, for the sake of mainstream media, they definitely are going to be handing him that championship. He will become champion tonight. That is without a doubt. With that being said, True here says it's going to be Rollins who's going to pick up the victory. Again, guys, tonight we have the brand new Predictions Championship on the line. This is the WWE Predictions Championship. So to become champion, the first ever WWE Predictions champion, you have to enter the name of the wrestler who you think will be winning every single match right before the match actually begins. So right before every single match, in the comments, in the chat, let us know your prediction. Who will win the match? Right. With that being said, we're just getting down with the intro. Marco says, bro, watching from much love, Marco. We got Rico here as well. Well, you think Jade Cargill will make an appearance? Rico. I don't think so. You know, Jade Cargill, I don't think that they were saving her for Saudi Arabia. I think there's going to be some time before she actually shows up and, makes her in-ring debut. Perhaps I'm going to say Royal Rumble. I see her maybe making her in-ring debut at the Rumble, not before that. Yeah, not even Survivor Series. I think Rumble is going to be, once she finally makes her in-ring debut. A lot of people here, actually, Ricky as well in the chat earlier tonight, were saying that he sees Jade Cargill making her in-ring debut at NXT, going after that NXT championship. But I think it's going to be the Rumble. We shall see. Let me know, what do you think? When do you see Jade Cargill actually making her debut? Tori says Seth versus Drew for the WWE World title. That's right. That's right. It's happening right now. This match is indeed kicking off the show. It's Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE World Championship. Everybody in the chat, let us know, who do you think is going to win this match? We got True here saying it's going to be Seth Rollins. We've got... I see that. We've got G Money here saying Seth Rollins wins, Drew McIntyre snaps. I like that. They're not taking the US title off TV, and Paul only works a handful of dates. I don't know. I feel like even despite of the fact that Logan Paul only works a handful of dates, I think he's gonna win. I really think that he's gonna win the match. I think he's gonna win the championship. I don't see Logan Paul getting beat tonight. I see him winning. Yes, I do. But we shall see. Right now, Seth Rollins is making his grand entrance in Saudi Arabia. Let's go. Kasim, good to see you. Welcome. Something sneaky like a roll-up could happen. That's right. Just remember, guys, it's just a game. Don't take it too serious. That's right. Absolutely. Thanks for that, Jonathan. Seth Rollins making his way out in pink. Look at that pink robe he's wearing tonight. You know what I love about wrestling? It's like the language of love, right? The language of wrestling is also worldwide. It doesn't, wow, look at that. Look at all the fans here getting behind Seth Rollins. Look at the high fives and everything. But yeah, coming back to what was I saying, the language of wrestling knows no borders. No matter Seth Rollins goes to France, or he goes to the UK or Saudi Arabia, or he comes down to India or America, wherever he goes, right? People sing his song. People react to him in the same way. And that's the beauty and the magic and the language of pro wrestling. It knows no borders, that's for sure. That's right, something sneaky once again. G-Money, we could see that. Once again, Kasim, good to see you. Marcus says, bro, I had Ronaldo. We did think that Ronaldo, it was a prediction or a crazy rumor started by some crazy dirt sheet website that Ronaldo was going to be here. I could not believe it when I first saw it. I just was like, this cannot happen, right? That's nuts. And it's not happening. Ronaldo is not going to be here tonight. I'm going to stop the stream as soon as Ronaldo shows up because, I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen now. It can't. Language of love, I'm not sure Amy wife would... I see that. Jonathan, okay, all right. With that being said, again, love the diamond that's hanging off on top of the ring. Look at it. These guys went all out for Saudi Arabia, right? Crazy. McIntyre now on his way out. I'm really curious as, his sword, the sword that Drew McIntyre carries with him everywhere, right? How does he go through like all the security checkpoints and the airports with that big of a sword? How do you explain that to the TSA officials? That sword has got to be a fake, right? It cannot be the real deal. Logan Paul isn't Roman, says True. The US title is the weekly title for SmackDown, says True. That's right. You're right about that, True. Absolutely. We can see Wade Barrett and Michael Cole actually at commentary tonight. No Booker T. Thankfully, no Kevin Patrick. And I would like to keep it that way. It's great. It's great. We got our Saudi Arabian friends on the different table. We got Michael and Wade Barrett on the first table. It's good. You know, the world is a better place without Kevin Patrick doing commentary. That's for certain. And we got Jonathan says, the language of love. I'm not sure anybody would agree. I like that, Jonathan. Seth needs to stop wearing Becky's clothes. He really does. You're right about that. You're right about that. Is that Byron Saxton? Wait, was that Byron Saxton in the ring or was it somebody else? Oh, that's not Byron Saxton. I was like, why is Byron Saxton doing the ring announcing tonight? That's not Byron, no. I wish it were, though. I miss Byron. Byron was great. I see, they probably cleared it as a prop, you're right. Or is that Byron? I can't. Who is that guy? I can't really see the face clearly. Who is that guy? Why can't they zoom in on his face? Is that a new guy? Is it Saxton? That's crazy. Why is Saxton doing announcing? What? What? Is this the first time that he's doing announcing? Wow. I've got to say, I'm really surprised, guys. I did not see Byron Saxton actually doing ring announcing ever. Wow. I see Gary says, I'm taking Drew McIntyre. I like that, brother. I like that. I'm taking Damian Priest here. I'm saying that Damian Priest comes in and he cashes in that title tonight, the briefcase tonight. I see it happening. I definitely see Damian Priest walking away champion. But the match is about to kick off. What happened to my television? 1 second. Oh, I got a little video playing. I know Saxton is up there. He is the guy doing commentary, doing announcing tonight. That's very interesting. They are paying him to, yeah. I mean, good for him, I guess. Hey, it's better than, being an interviewer who does nothing backstage. I mean, Byron Saxton has been an interviewer backstage, but he barely gets to do any interviews. You barely see him on TV, right? It's usually all the time. It's either Megan Morant, or you've got the Jackie Redmond these days, or 𝗕𝗂𝗕𝗂. That's it. You never see Byron doing anything, so I'm glad that actually he's getting a new gig. Good for him. I don't think that he's very good at it yet, but, good for him. I'm going for McIntyre, says Jonathan. What do you mean, how can Saxton be there? I mean, I guess what they're saying is that because he's never done ring announcing before, right? He's always done like commentary, which he did well, and then he's done backstage stuff, but never has he ever done ring announcing, so that's new for him. With that being said, Seth Rollins now in that corner, McIntyre looking him in the eye. Of course, he's got that aggressive side of him showing off at the moment. Fans making a lot of noise here for both Seth Rollins and McIntyre. Let's see what's going to be happening. They're looking to lock it up. And the lock it. Oh, Seth Rollins now gets behind McIntyre, gets him in the headlock. Look at those crazy-ass colorful pants of Seth Rollins though, right? Crazy colorful. McIntyre setting him over to the ropes, shoulder tackle, and with ease, he gets Seth Rollins down. The first laugh of the match goes to McIntyre. Good for him. Seth Rollins now getting up real quick, up to his feet here. Nice dodge from McIntyre. Seth Rollins getting behind him, running over to the ropes, shoulder tackle. McIntyre, another shoulder tackle, and he gets Seth Rollins down. He gets him down hard, guys. McIntyre coming off as a more aggressive guy tonight. Not only more aggressive, but also a stronger guy in this match. Thus far, Seth Rollins is being dominated by McIntyre, and that's quite visible right now. With that being said, a big chop chop across the chest of Rollins. Rollins trying to answer McIntyre back, and McIntyre with another answer to Rollins, another chop to the chest 3 times in a row now. I mean, every single time Seth Rollins also chopped him back, but that caused no damage to McIntyre. But McIntyre with the same move, with the same chop to Seth Rollins, gets him down hard every single time. With that being said, we got the Gospel Chariot. Good to see ya. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. You got Ricky, my brother. Good to see ya. But when will Batista return? So Batista is very old school, Marco. So Batista, when he retired, he said, it's not like your pro wrestling retirement where they've retired but they're going to come back. He said, I'm very old school, so when I say I'm retired, I have retired. And he also explained the reason why he lost his last match to Triple H at WrestleMania 35 was because he wanted to retire in the old school way. And the old school mentality is to retire with your shoulders down on the mat. Hey, that's your way of giving back to the wrestling industry, giving back to the industry that gave you so much, and saying a final thank you to the industry, and also passing on the torch. Of course, he passed on the torch to Triple H, which doesn't really mean a lot, but still, it was his way of an old school retirement. So Batista will not wrestle again. He will not, that's for certain. I would be very shocked. Not surprised, I'd be shocked if Batista were to come back and wrestle again. I would be shocked. Big fight feud to start the show. You're right, Tony. WWE on TNT. I like that. That's right. Are we seeing Sami Zayn tonight on Crown Jewel? That Dirt Sheets said. Dirt Sheets have been saying yes to Zayn. They've been saying no to Zayn. It's been very conflicting reports from the Dirt Sheets. If we see her tonight, massive. People are going to be very happy. So let's see. It's possible, though. It's possible. I mean, to be honest with you, you know, if she's coming down from Japan, Saudi Arabia is going to be on the way. So she might as well stop off in Saudi Arabia and then fly down to the U.S. from there, you know. Just take a non-connecting flight, connecting flight from there, and you'll be good. It's going to save WWE money as well, you know. Instead of flying her down to America and then flying her down to Saudi Arabia again, it's going to be cheaper for them to fly her down straight to Saudi Arabia and from there get her in America. So just saying, guys. It's a possibility, Tricky. Hell, even Dakota Kai and current champion Io Sky want Kairi back. Yeah, that's right. Everybody wants Kairi Sane back. You're right about that, Tony. But he said also that he's open to doing something if it makes sense. Really? He said that too? I probably skipped that part. I probably skipped that part of the interview. Okay. Nice. I mean, again, I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he comes back, but I would be very happy too. Let's see. Again, love the big stage that they've got here for Crown Jewel, right? You gotta love how it's spread from east to west. And here we are one more time. Drew McIntyre with a chop across the chest. Just knocks off Seth Rollins one more time, sends him down hard to the mat. Again. That's right. Seth Rollins, though, trying to get back up to his feet here. Okay. Another time, we got another chop here from Drew McIntyre to Seth Rollins. Rollins taking it back, hits McIntyre straight in the chest, and McIntyre one more time with a chop to Rollins. Rollins another answer to McIntyre. McIntyre one more time returning the favor, and now Rollins with a chop once, twice, thrice. McIntyre, though, with an Irish whip to Rollins. Oh, barely hit him, barely touched him. But that was a nice kick, I guess, to the chest of Rollins. Rollins goes down. McIntyre covers him, but it's an instant kick out. The match continues. Honestly, I was hoping. Honestly, I was hoping, and I was thinking that Damian Priest was going to cash in tonight, right? But due to the fact that this match is actually the first match on the card, I probably think, like, it's not going to happen. You know, I don't think that there's going to be, like, a Money in the Bank cash-in just in the first match of the night. That would be too crazy, right? Yeah, I don't see it happening. I don't see this guy, Damian Priest, cashing in his briefcase the first match of the night. I don't see it. But good luck, boys. WWE Women's World Champion Rhea. That's right, Tony. Yep. Good luck, boys. Ria Ripley will surely win again, says Sergio, maybe, perhaps. Big kick to the back of the head. McIntyre down to his knees here. Rollins, what is he looking to do now? Sending McIntyre shoulder first into the ring post. McIntyre taking it back again. Wow. Look at that. Rollins running over to the ropes, rebounds, hitting him with a big clothesline to McIntyre. Of course, literally doing nothing. Tonight, McIntyre is coming off as so strong, right? So much stronger than Rollins. Rollins trying to hit him with the best that he's got. But, it's not enough to get McIntyre down. Finally, Rollins is able to get him down to his knees, following that up with a knee strike to the face. McIntyre down right now for the first time in the match, actually. Rollins looking for a springboard. There we go, another springboard here from Rollins to McIntyre going for the cover, but McIntyre kicks out at a 2.3. He kicked out. The match is still on. That's right. The match still goes on. All right, one more time. We got, oh dear. He was going to go for a suplex on Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins now with a big knee strike to the head of McIntyre. McIntyre goes down hard. Rollins goes for the cover. Shoulders are down, but McIntyre one more time kicks out, and the match is still on, guys. It's still on, still going on. That's right. Pretty impressive too. I mean, it's been about roughly about 22 minutes since the show has been on, and this match has been going on for about 18, and they're still looking fresh here. Still looks like they've got a lot left in the tank. And McIntyre was got to go for his signature move, but Seth Rollins gets around, hits him with an elbow strike straight to the face, and now we got McIntyre gets himself on the other side, gets himself on the apron here, looking to climb the top turnbuckle. Not sure if this is a genius move or it's a big mistake. I feel it's a mistake because Rollins now climbs the top rope, a superplex to McIntyre. McIntyre goes down hard, and now turning it around, and he hits Seth Rollins with a superplex off his freaking own. That's crazy. Wow. That's insane. Yeah, that is insane indeed. Yep. Tony says Shida wants her Falcon Arrow back. That's right. Yeah. Okay, with that being said, we've got McIntyre now looking to get back to his feet. He's back on his feet here. Again, he's been the more dominant man in this match so far. Just standing right behind Seth Rollins. He grabs him by the head, gets him on top of his shoulders here. This is going to be a mistake. Pretty sure Seth Rollins is going to slip away, like he has to. How do you not slip out of it? He's got to slip away. And he does. There you go. Had to. Now looking to turn that around. I believe that he's going to go for a... I think he's going to go for a turnbuckle powerbomb. McIntyre slips away now. Future Shock DDT connected, going for the cover on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins kicks out of the Future Shock DDT. The match continues. That's right, true. Wow, what a back and forth match, really, gotta say. Really is cool. Wow. So McIntyre here was looking to get Seth Rollins with a Claymore. It seems like Seth Rollins' back is given out, and he cannot get up back to his feet here. McIntyre is done waiting. He grabs Seth Rollins by his head. I knew that was going to be a roll-up. It was so visible, but of course McIntyre is prepared. He kicks out of the roll-up cover. Now Rollins with a clothesline to Drew McIntyre, knocking him out of the ring, straight to the ringside. McIntyre is down. Rollins could be looking to fly, running over to the ropes, rebounds. He flies down and gets down hard on McIntyre, and both men are down right now on the ringside. Now you can tell maybe his tailbone, but it looks like he has actually injured his tailbone over there. It looks like he's hurt, and this guy Seth Rollins has actually said it a few times now that he needs some rest. He needs. He's injured, he needs rest, he needs to take some time off. So this could be a way for him to get his time off after dropping the title to McIntyre. This could be his way of actually getting off TV for a bit and actually giving himself that much needed time off. This guy has been wrestling nonstop, ever since he's been champion. He's been champion for a long time now. Marco, you mean soccer, or do you mean like the football, Marco? I don't watch either. I don't watch either, so I don't think that makes a difference. But no, I don't watch football. I don't watch soccer. None of them, brother. I mean, occasionally I'll tune in, but I'm not like a big hardcore sports fan. So that's that. What about you? Are you a big soccer fan? I think I can tell by your profile picture. That's a Chelsea, right? Is it Chelsea? I think so. Ricky says Drew maybe it's got to go to AEW. Now, he has not signed a contract yet. He's not signed a contract extension with WWE. The report suggests that he might go to, perhaps he'll go over to AEW. They're saying that by 2024, I believe, the contract is coming to an end. So he's not signed an extension yet, is what they're saying. But the contract is coming to an end, I believe, in 2024, right before Mania, if I'm not wrong. So that's that. Big blow to the face of McIntyre, now meeting Seth Rollins with a big headbutt. Seth Rollins is dizzy, dazed. McIntyre was about to go for the clothesline. Seth Rollins turns it around, hits him with a big-ass pedigree, and now McIntyre is down. Rollins goes for the cover on Drew. It's a 1-2, and Drew McIntyre gets his hand up, his shoulder up, in the nick of time, and it's a kick out. The match still continues. We're now looking at the final, what could be the final 4 minutes of this match. What could be the final 4 minutes of the match here. Yeah, before WrestleMania, you're right, Ricky. So he has just got his shoulder up, in the literally the last. That's it. This should be it. These should be the last few moments of this match now. We got both men back up on their feet here. Drew McIntyre actually not doing too well. Rollins hits him with the elbow strike. 2, 3, 4. McIntyre has been able to do nothing here. 6 elbow strikes, 7 of them, 8 of them, 9th. He's gonna go for the big ass 10th elbow strike to the head of McIntyre. You're right. That has extended his current deal. You're right, true? Yep. All right, he looks like he's going to go for the big-ass stomp on McIntyre. McIntyre grabs Seth Rollins and sends him spine first into the turnbuckle at a terrible belly-to-belly. McIntyre is literally the king of belly-to-belly suplexes. That was a bad one. He followed that up with a second one, not too bad. And now with the neck breaker. I'm not sure if Seth Rollins is selling his back very well tonight, or actually he has injured his back, because, he's actually selling it pretty well. I'm not sure if it's legit or not, but you can tell that his back is really giving him a hard time in this match, right? Even when he was going for those elbow strikes, when he was in what looked like a dominant position, he still kept feeling his back, his lower spine, because it seemed like he's injured it. Again, not sure if it's legit or it's a work. But that being said, curb stomp from Rollins goes for the cover on McIntyre. And it's, oh my goodness, McIntyre kicks out. The match still continues. Manchester United, I like that, Marco. That's sweet, that's sweet. Ricky says, well, we'll see AJ where Drew goes. Maybe TNA, maybe NWA, maybe AEW. It's so funny. I hope nobody from the NWA is watching this right now, because I'm going to spill the beans on something. So, NWA has signed 2 television deals, right? One is gonna be for their wrestling show, and now they're also working on a reality show, NWA reality television show. The filming for which has been going on for the past year, and they've been filming this reality show. And the second television deal that they've signed is gonna be for this TV show. I posted the news about it, and somebody reached out and they're like, you know, I know that this is like out there and lots of people actually know it now, but they still want to keep it a secret. I'm like, okay, I'll remove it. But yeah, they don't want it to go out there, but the truth is that NWA is actually working on a reality TV show right now. Yeah. So, in case you did not know, you now know, guys. And here we are now. Seth Rollins was going to go for the big move here of the top rope. Rollins gets away. McIntyre gets away, hits him with the curb stomp, goes for the cover, but Rollins kicks out. The match still continues. Both of them look pretty exhausted. They do. Both of them look really, really done here tonight. The fans are loving every single bit of this match, as we can see. And, you know, this match really has been going on for quite a bit here. This should be over any time now. I think we're looking at the final few minutes for sure. Near fall indeed, Tony. Absolutely. This is cool. This is very cool. Great opener to the pay-per-view for sure, right? Very cool. You know, it just hit me again, guys, that we're not going to get Clash at the Castle this year. Clash at the Castle was such a great pay-per-view. I really hope that it makes a comeback soon. I see, oh my goodness, Seth Rollins there with a super kick to McIntyre. McIntyre no-sells it, goes for the curb stomp. Seth Rollins gets away. McIntyre's back bounces of the mat. We got Seth Rollins hitting with a pedigree. Oh my goodness, and the curb stomp, dear Lord. He hits it with the curb stomp, goes for the cover. Oh, it's over, guys. Seth Rollins is still going to carry the Raw brand and the Raw Championship on his back. Injured or not, Seth Rollins is still your champion. And Tony says, if Drew loses, I have one word for him. Impact. Perhaps, brother. Impact or TNA. You know, whatever you like to call it. But here we are. Seth Rollins is still your world champion. That's crazy. Crazy. I really thought that, you know, McIntyre was going to win tonight. So I guess we already know. I guess we already know that neither of the World Championships are going to change hands tonight. Because if this one did not, you know, Roman Reigns is definitely going to not drop his title. That's for certain. Yep. And let's see, we got Tony right now leading, along with True with the 1-0. We got Ricky with the 0-1. That's okay, my brother. We got Ramit here. Ramit, welcome, my brother. Welcome. Good to see ya. So Ramit says, will Ronda Rousey debut in Full Gear? AEW Full Gear. I heard some chirps. So, of course, you know, Ronda Rousey is going to Sami Callihan's promotion. She's going to be wrestling at Wrestling Revolver, which is an independent promotion, which is going to be making its debut in California for the first time ever. Ronda Rousey is going to be wrestling at the show, Sami Callihan's promotion, that is. And it really has created a buzz, right? It really has made people... Wait a second, is that Damian Priest? Priest is coming out. That's crazy. Damian Priest is on his way out right now with that briefcase in his hand. That's nuts. Damian Priest is looking to cash it in, guys. Yes, he is cashing it in. That's crazy. He is cashing it in. It's happening. Oh, come on. What? What? What the hell just happened here? What? That makes no sense. What? Man, this is the reason why this guy deserves to be on the pre-show, you know? Come on. Come on. You're right, Ricky. I love that. That's right. You idiot, Sami. This is why the guy deserves to be on the pre-show. Come on, Sami Zayn. Ruin the moment, not only for Damian, but also for us. It's ridiculous. And we got Roman saying AEW lost their TV rights. I think Walt Disney, they're going to be their new telecasting partner worldwide. They could be. They could be. You know, right now, of course, they're with Discovery, and they're with Discovery around the world. So everywhere, it's Discovery carrying it. We could be seeing perhaps Walt Disney carrying it. Maybe. Let's see. And that's right. Sami Zayn did indeed screw the ending without a doubt. We got Drew McIntyre now backstage, and there she is, Ria Ripley. She looks weird tonight. What's up with the makeup? She looks weird as hell. That makeup was funny. That makeup was funny. All right. Yeah, I can't be the only one who felt something off with that makeup. That makeup looked funny. Even that hairstyle did. You know. All right. I don't know why the WWE makeup artist, whoever that is, loves to do those weird face paints. For Ronda Rousey, it was like above her, like on her forehead. And for this lady, it's like all over her cheeks. I'm not sure who that makeup artist is, but somebody needs to fire her. And love that. We are now getting a video package for the Fatal 5-Way match that's coming up for the Women's World title. This should be an interesting one. I expect Ria Ripley to actually drop her title in this one because, look, if Ria Ripley does not lose her title, it means that there are not going to be any world title or any title changes tonight because, you know, of course, the Seth Rollins did not drop his title. Roman Reigns is not going to drop his title. Logan Paul, you know, Rey Mysterio, as True said, Rey Mysterio probably also will not drop his title because if you know Logan Paul is not going to be appearing regularly on TV, and the U.S. title is not a world title that can just be here part-time. It has to be here every single day, every single week. So for that reason, the U.S. Championship also probably will not change hands. Then speak of the women's, you know, I hope that Ria Ripley drops her tonight because the Fatal 5-Way match, even if she loses the match, she does not have to lose her momentum. So, you know, this could be an outlet for her to actually drop the title and do something else. So we shall see. David says, Sami Zayn traded to AEW for Ricky Starks. What? I don't know if that's such a good trade, you know. I mean, I know that 𝗕𝗂𝗃𝗃 would love to have Ricky Starks over. 𝗕𝗂𝗃𝗃 is a big friend of Ricky Starks. You know, Jade, Ricky, you got Cody. The three of them, big friends, great friends. So it'll be interesting to see. And True says, Rhea looks different because they did not make her look pale today. Is that right? I thought it was the hair, like her hair. I don't know. We'll probably get a better look at her when she comes out to the ring because that little spot. Let's see. Tony says, up next, Fatal 5-Way. That's right, Tony. Indeed, that match is up next. The Fatal 5-Way for the Women's World title. I would say anybody but Nia Jax, right? Anybody but Nia Jax. And Rhea is going to retain the title, says Tony. It would be crazy. I mean, Fatal 5-Way, the odds are against her. And if she still retains, it's going to be insane, right? Ricky also says Rhea's going to win. Okay. True, what do you think? Who do you see winning this match tonight? Of course, Tony says Rhea. Ricky says Rhea. Gary, anybody else? Let us know. David, let us know who do you think is going to win the match. That's right. But I'll just see Rick Cole winning. It's not going to happen tonight, says Ricky. Yeah, perhaps, brother. I don't see it. I mean, I will be happy if Raquel Rodriguez wins, but again, just like you said, not sure. Not too sure about that. Let's see what's going on Twitter, on X, and what the fans are talking about on X right now. Let's see. Crown Jewel. Damian Priest got the worst luck. Oh, that's funny. All right. For Seth Rollins, still your champion. Look at me. Did Wade Barrett actually? Oh, damn. They actually are taking selfies as they sit ringside doing commentary. Good job. Living the life, right? Living the life. Cool. All these top tweets are literally like from the WWE. All right. Cool. Oh, yeah. A better look at Rhea Ripley. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is definitely the hair. I think it's, for me, I think it's the hair. Oh, I know also this, right? Look at her lips, right? You've got this, they've actually made these lines right next to her lips, which make her lips like kind of look very, very wide. That's also got to be something, right? So, yeah, it's definitely the makeup that made her look different tonight. Nothing else. The makeup for sure. And True also says Rhea is going to retain. That's interesting, okay. But I love Smash Rick will take her out date. Oh, Ricky. Gotta keep it PG, my brother. Alright, with that being said, Byron Saxton still doing the announcing even for this match. That's cool. He's looking good. Look at this guy. He looks great. He looks happy too. Look at Byron Saxton. You can tell when somebody really enjoys their job. And Byron Saxton standing over there doing the announcing, you could tell he's enjoying his work, which makes me happy too, actually. You know, it's great. Yeah. Byron is great. I like Byron a lot. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, Gary? No. Nobody here says that Nia Jax is going to be champion. Nobody says that, Gary. Nobody. But regardless of that, I must admit Nia Jax looks good tonight as she comes out. Still doesn't change the fact that I don't like her at all. All right. Who's going to be coming out next? That's Raquel Rodriguez. Ricky, this one's for you. Raquel Rodriguez making her way out. I was wondering, why is Nia Jax looking so different tonight? I forgot that these women are in Saudi Arabia and you have to wear full sleeves and everything. Okay, I totally forgot about that. But cool, Raquel Rodriguez looking good as she comes out here. Nia's not a winner, says Ricky. I like that. Raquel still doesn't have it yet. I see that. I see that. I understand what you mean, brother. Understand? I feel like I was the most impressed by Raquel Rodriguez when she had that first match against Ronda Rousey on SmackDown. She was so impressed with that match. It was crazy. Man, as Shayna Baszler, they literally gave us a Ronda Rousey 2.0 and Shayna Baszler. Look at her coming out here in that outfit. You've got that makeup. They literally have given us a new Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Much cheaper too, I'm pretty sure. They're not paying her as much as they paid Ronda, but they've already got somebody very similar to Ronda here and Shayna Baszler. So good for them, I guess. But let's see. We've got Tony says, "Oh, shut up, Saxton." Yeah, you can imagine if Corey Graves was doing the commentary tonight, he would be saying that in between his announcing. That's for sure. Zoe Stark coming out over here. This is literally what Zoe Stark wears every single day, so that's nothing new for her, right? Yeah, but let me know, guys, whose ring gear is the most impressive tonight to you? Out of all the women that you've seen tonight, right? Whose ring gear impresses you the most? I think Nia Jax looks pretty good, right? And Raquel Rodriguez also pretty dapper in that red. Absolute Zoe Stark, that's right. Wait a second. What's happening here? I'm confused. Okay, I'm confused. Rhea better do something, better interact with those men standing over there, right? I'm super confused right now, guys. Okay, I'll take my words back. Ria Ripley looks absolutely crazy good tonight. I'll take my words back. She looks fantastic and better win tonight. She looks fantastic. I will take my words back. Ria Ripley looks great. Look at her. She's got the looks of a champion. She's got the walk of a champion. She's got the personality of a champion. Rhea Ripley better retain tonight. 100%. But I'm super confused. I see Tony says her spotter is not Jade Cargill. You know, it should have been Jade Cargill. The green is often associated with Cargill, and yeah, definitely, it should have been Cargill. But I'm confused, right? Those men came out. I don't think Michael Cole actually explained what they were holding in their hands. I never got that. But they came out one by one. They were playing some Arabic music, if I'm not wrong. It was all green. And then I thought maybe there's going to be a little bit of a transition where Rhea Ripley also comes out with the same light and everything. But then abruptly, we just transitioned from the green to the purple. And we hit Rhea Ripley's music and she came out. And she did not interact with the guys. So I'm confused. They could have taken the same bunch of guys and they can put the same bunch of guys, the same entrance to anybody's entrance, right? To any superstar's entrance. Why Rhea Ripley only? And what happened there? I'm confused. I'm really confused. But anyways, that was cool. I guess that was cool. give you a little bit of a big fight feel, I guess. Makes Rhea Ripley stand out from everybody else too. But you're right, true. Rhea Ripley looks great. That was a vase indeed. I mean, they can take that part and they can literally attach it to anybody's entrance, and it would also work because there was no interaction between those people and the superstars. They did not explain why they were there at all. So, interesting. I guess the only takeaway that I can take from that entrance was that there was one time in Saudi Arabia when women were not allowed to wrestle, and now we have come to that I guess stage in our lives and in Saudi Arabia that not only are women wrestling, but the men are making way for women to wrestle. I guess that's the takeaway that I can take from that entrance, but that's about it. With that being said, Gary's favorite, Nia Jax, look at her just slithering out of the ring right there, but Rhea Ripley is not gonna wait any time here. She goes after Raquel Rodriguez. She goes after, oh my goodness, we got Zoe Stark here going for the cover on Rhea, and now we got Shayna Baszler rolling her up for the cover. Everybody wants a piece of mommy here. And again, we've got Zoe covering her for, trying to pin her here. You got Shayna Baszler also entering the equation. And now it's a double pin on Zoe. Oh dear, look at that. Zoe Stark here, too smart, really trying to outsmart both Rhea and Shayna at the same damn time. Was going to go for the punch on to Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler tries to reverse that. Zoe Stark still wants to head, but Shayna Baszler finally gets her shoulders down. Raquel Rodriguez gets both Shayna as well as Zoe down, and Nia Jax pulls her down to the ringside area. And now we got Nia and Raquel battling it out ringside before Nia sends Raquel Rodriguez face first into the ring post. With that being said, Rhea Ripley again dominating in the ring, dominating both the ladies in the ring. Also, outside of the ring, she's looking to take care of Nia Jax. Nia Jax, though, grabs Rhea Ripley's leg, sends her face first into the edge of the ring, and she falls down hard to the ringside. Again, Nia Jax in the ring over here. Big punch on the side of the head to Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks. Nia Jax, the only lady standing in the ring right now. With that being said, Shayna Baszler trying to hit her with a German suplex out of nowhere. Nia Jax also knocked out clean by Rhea Ripley, and with some assist from Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler actually hits Nia Jax with a German suplex. Now that is crazy. We got Mr. K9 here. Good to see you. Welcome. And he says Nia looks like a homeless Doja Cat. Mr. K9, Gary's gonna come for you if you say that. Nia Jax is Gary's favorite, right? But Andrew, I totally agree with that. Rhea Ripley is grade A badass, and that's the perfect way to put it. She really is a badass. I mean, in the ring right now, out of all the ladies, I think without a doubt, without any bias, I can say, and anybody else can also say, that Rhea Ripley is the best in character, is the best in class, is the best in badassery, I guess best shape as well, and also best outfit. Everything is working out for Rhea Ripley. She's incredible, really. And once again, welcome. We're watching a fatal 5-way match here for the women's world title, and Rhea Ripley still dominating the match. She's got Zoe Stark in the corner. Nia's just here. You're right, true. Nia is serving the purpose of the Big Show. Remember how they used to insert the Big Show in these matches where you knew that he had no chance of winning? Remember the Big Show and the Money in the Bank matches where you knew he was not going to win, but he was just there for the chaos? That's the purpose that Nia Jax is serving right now. I guess you need a big lady like that, to kind of dominate the champion, right? Because nobody else can be on the same level as Rhea Ripley, but Nia Jax, with obviously her bigger size and strength, can dominate Rhea Ripley, if not, only for a brief period. But here we are now. Rhea Ripley shows off her strength. She carries Nia Jax almost on her shoulders. Nia Jax slips away. Rhea Ripley hits her with a spinning kick to the head before Nia Jax gets her down hard. And now just going right after her like a wild cat. You're right. True says, true, I agree with that. Anthony, that's right. You're right about that. Always a surprise in the WWE leg drop from Nia to Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley down. Nia goes for the cover, which has been broken up by Zoe Stark. Sorry, the cold's still getting the best of me. And here we are now. They have to be very careful with their attire. You don't want to show any skin, right? In Saudi Arabia, you could tell Zoe Stark, with all the moves that she's hitting, she's making sure that her shirt is not coming out of her pants. And you can see it, like you look at Zoe Stark, right? Every single time she's hitting like a super kick or leg drop or a dive, or even when she's like flat down on the mat, right? You can tell her hand is behind her and she's trying to tug her shirt back into the pants because, you know, as an agreement, you cannot show any kind of skin except for your hands when you were in Saudi Arabia wrestling over there in the ring. So they have to, you know, stay to the limit. And here we are now, Shayna Baszler. Wow. Dominating Nia and Rhea and Raquel. She's got Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley's legs, but she's got Nia Jax. She's got her arms wrapped around her. Shayna Baszler literally dominating every single lady in the ring here except for Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark comes in. She hits with a big kick to the head of Nia Jax. Finally breaks up the chaos in the ring here caused by Shayna. Shayna down. Zoe once again trying to pick up the pieces. Nice backbreaker to Raquel Rodriguez. Zoe Stark here is angry. Yeah, definitely the underdog of the match though. Without a doubt. An absolute underdog here in this match. Looking to climb the top turnbuckle now. Oh, before she could do anything, Rhea Ripley comes up very quickly and hits her with those big punches straight to the chest. And now looking to climb the top turnbuckle along with Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark trying to slow her down. Zoe's wearing the bodies. I see, yeah. You know, you have to have that protection. We got Raquel Rodriguez 2 over here. Looks like they're going to go for a double. Yeah, something tells me that Nia Jax is going to come over here. Yeah, she has to, right? This is like a classic example of like Nia Jax coming in. Oh, Shayna Baszler is doing it. Okay, I thought Nia Jax would do what Shayna Baszler is doing, but this was like a classic example of it happening, right? Otherwise, you would not need two people to superplex Zoe Stark. She's no Nia Jax, she's Zoe Stark. You did not need two people to superplex her. So obviously, somebody had to come in and make that happen. It's like we see these, turnbuckle moves so often with one person, like, you know, power bombing 3 people, 4 people. We now see it so often that there is no like pop element or surprise element to it. We just see it very often now. Every alternate pay-per-view has it. And yeah, you're right, women empowerment, you know it, Anthony. And here we are now, Nia Jax. Goes down hard to the mat. You're right, Anthony, you're right. Have to adhere to the traditions. You're right about that. Raquel Rodriguez, though, goes down hard on Nia. Rhea Ripley pulls her by the leg, and now we've got some argument, some confrontation going on in the center of the ring. Raquel Rodriguez grabs Rhea Ripley from behind, pushes her away. Rhea Ripley's enraged, pushes Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel, of course, returned the favor. We got some heated argument going on in the center of the ring, and now Rhea, with a slap to Raquel, she returns the slap straight to Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is angry, is disgusted. She was gonna go for the big one on Raquel, and now with double kicks straight to each other, both of them are now down hard. Shayna's incredible. You're right about that, Tony. Absolutely. Yeah. Wow, what a match though, right? What a match. The match has been going on for about 20 minutes now. About 20 minutes. We got some argument now taking place on the apron, actually. The two headbutting. Zoe Stark now coming in very quickly and kicks both of the ladies off the apron. And Zoe's one more time the only lady standing in the ring, running over to the turnbuckle and now flying down to the outside on both Rhea as well as Raquel Rodriguez. Zoe Stark, I've got to say, she came in as the underdog in this match. But really, I hate to say this because I did not think she'd do it, but she has been outperforming every single one of these ladies tonight. Zoe Stark has done an incredible job here tonight. Really, outperforming even the champion. There you are. Beautiful, beautiful job once again. Taking out Rhea Ripley. Goes for the cover, but Nia Jax with a little kick to Zoe. She breaks the cover. All she needed was a little kick. And Tony says, down goes Rhea and Raquel. That's right. Mamma mia. Indeed. Indeed, my brother. Indeed. Wow. Gotta love it. Oh dear, Raquel Rodriguez might be looking to... Is that a choke slap? Oh dear. She's looking to... Oh, she sends Nia Jax down hard to the mat from the top turnbuckle. Beautiful job by Raquel Rodriguez from the second rope, actually. But as she was going to go for the cover, Ria Ripley comes in real quickly and breaks it up. And now she's going after Raquel Rodriguez. Shayna Baszler from behind goes after Ria Ripley. She's got her big arms wrapped around Ria Ripley's neck. Of course, that's like her finisher, right? She is good at putting people to sleep. She did that with Nia Jax. She's about to do it to Rhea as well. Just before Raquel Rodriguez came in here and broke it up. And now Rhea Ripley takes out Raquel Rodriguez with a tremendous headbutt. And following that up with a headbutt to Shayna Baszler too. Shayna Baszler goes down hard. And now we got Rhea Ripley going for the cover. And in comes Zoey Stark, guys. Zoey Stark comes in, breaks up the cover just like that. Wow. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Of course, Rhea Ripley had no other way around. She had to get Zoey Stark down on those ladies to break up the cover, and taking advantage, picking up the pieces, Rhea Ripley covers Shayna Baszler and picks up the victory. Wow, what a victory. And guys, you were all right. You know, True is never going to drop that championship. And I'm pretty sure True is also going to turn out to be the AEW champion too, because you know what? Again, True gets the +1 because Rhea Ripley is once again the champion. She has retained the world title successfully. Rhea Ripley is again champion, guys, which makes me wonder, are we actually going to see a title change tonight, or is it not going to happen at all? Because, you know, it hasn't happened so far. We've seen 2 world championship matches taking place so far, and, you know, neither of those matches has the title change hands, so not sure. I mean, really, I'm not too sure about it. Take a look at all the matches happening tonight again. You know, we already are done with the Seth Rollins Drew McIntyre match. The title did not change hands here. We're also done with this match right here. The title did not change hands. The only 2 title matches that are left here are 𝗕liche 𝗕𝗃𝗏 Rey Mysterio. I mean, honestly, True says it's not going to happen. I'm not too sure. I'm 50-50. This one, definitely title changing hands. So this one, I feel like definitely Bianca Belair is dropping it to Io. I see it happening. I do see it happening. And here, of course, absolutely not. No way. No way is the title changing over there. But Rhea Ripley is still your champion, guys. She's still the champion. Rhea Ripley still ruling the Judgment Day. I'm pretty sure, I mean, you know, Finn Balor, he did say that he's going to be here for Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. He did say that. So he should be here. He's got no match here. He's got nothing to do here, honestly. But unless he wants to, like, be here ringside for Damian Priest, Finn Balor really has no business being here. He did not come out for Rhea Ripley, did not come out JD McDonagh's time. I don't know if he's going to come out for Damian Priest, but Finn Balor has got no business being here. Neither does Dominic Mysterio. So I wonder if those 2 actually are here at all tonight. But True with 2-0, and let's see what else do we have here. True, we're starting from scratch, brother. We're starting like 0. I hope you don't mind. But yeah, let's see. Gary says 0 and 2, time to pick my brain and not... I see that, Gary. I see that. Okay. You're right. You're right. Absolutely. And we got 𝗕tože 0 and 2. That's okay. That's all right. True here dominating. Gary and 𝗕tože, they've got a lot of work to do. That's for sure. Tony also, I believe, picked up the right one. So that's got to be 2-0 for Tony as well. Ricky also has to work hard here. All right. With that being said, getting a Bianca Belair promo package. I guess the matchup coming up next should be... Wait, what is this about? Oh, Riyadh season. That was a Riyadh season commercial. Okay. As you can see, it says right there, bringing WWE, UFC, football to the world. And that's what they're doing. They're bringing all these sports and sports entertainment brands not just to the world, but to Saudi Arabia, right? Again, UFC is big, WWE is big, but the fact that they're bringing in FIFA World Cup to Saudi Arabia is big, right? And they're doing it. They're doing it. You're right. Thanks for that, True. And Tony 2-0 as well. That's right. Tony and True going head-to-head. 2-0 right now. I like that. Let's see. Interesting. So the match coming up next actually is John Cena. So I think that they're actually going in this very order. So we're done with the first match, done with the second match. Seems like the third match is upon us here. John Cena versus 𝗙𝗲𝗃𝗄 is the next match. They are indeed going in this order. And if they're actually following the order, the match after this one should technically be Io versus Bianca. So interesting that the order actually is being followed here tonight. Very, very interesting, gotta say. Heather, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well and hope you are enjoying Crown Jewel so far. We've seen 3 matches, right? One was won by Sami Zayn after the pre-show match. And after that, we've seen 2 World Championship matches so far. Both the world titles were defended successfully. Now we're coming down to the third match, that is John Cena versus 𝗙𝗲𝗃𝗄. That match is up next. And True says Cena's got to win. I definitely think so as well. I mean, Cena has got to win. This match should really be a walk in the park for John Cena, and that is without a doubt. John Cena should win, and he should win by a big margin tonight. That's for certain. Getting a video package here for this match. Hey, thanks, Heather. Thank you once again for being here. It really has been a sweet show. Of course, Crown Jewel has been great, but all eyes are on Survivor Series that is yet to come. Survivor Series is an exciting show. And, of course, a lot of buzz all around it already. I'm not sure if for the right reason, because, of course, there's a lot of buzz that's been generated for Survivor Series based on CM Punk and his free agent status. That is why a lot of people are excited about Survivor Series. They're looking forward to the show. The reports that we're getting from the dirt sheets, this suggests that CM Punk's not going to be there. One of the reports that came out recently said that at Fastlane, right, for the Fastlane press conference, the wrestlers, the WWE stars, 𝗕𝗃𝗆𝗆 himself, they were all prepared for CM Punk related questions. They were all prepared for it. They were expecting reporters to ask them about not Taylor Swift, but about CM Punk. And it was said in that report that 𝗕𝗃𝗆𝗆 in particular was very much certain that either one of the journalists are definitely going to be asking him, at least, about CM Punk, to which his response was going to be very politically correct, that they're open to do business, but so far they have not, made any contacts with Punk. So that was the kind of an answer that, was going to be coming out of any of the WWE personalities who would have been asked this question. Of course, nobody actually asked him about CM Punk, so that was that. But what they're saying right now, the dirt sheets are saying that they have maintained that stance that it's a firm no when it comes to CM Punk, that he's not going to be there. And it's being said that people are buying tickets to Survivor Series. It's a sold-out venue. They have added more seats. They want people to buy tickets. The tickets are super expensive, but they want people to buy tickets with the expectation of not seeing Punk at the show. I honestly feel like they're trying to work us all into believing that Punk's not going to be there, but he will show up. I think that Punk will show up. I really do think so. But let me know what you guys think. We got 𝗕𝗃𝗆𝗆𝗆. Good to see you. Welcome. Thank you, Heather. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the love. I really appreciate every single like, every single subscription matters. Heather, it is great to have you here. Much love. And Gary says, I'm taking Big Mad John. Me too. Me too. I'm definitely taking Big Mad John indeed, Gary. And 𝗕𝗃𝗆𝗆𝗆, great to see ya. 𝗙𝗲𝗃𝗄𝗆 coming out to you. I've got to say this about 𝗙𝗲𝗃𝗄𝗆, right? I mean, he's a great guy. He's a great athlete. We've seen his work in the past few months. Definitely, he eased into the show. He eased into the programming, right? Did not have to go through any, hoops or anything. He just eased right in. Good in ring. Good personality. Sweet on the microphone as well when he has to get on the mic. He's all right. just the bloodline thing definitely helped him make the transition from NXT to the main roster very quickly, very smoothly, no hiccups at all. I mean, talk about all the NXT, call-ups that were made this year itself. Talk about the guys that were lost in the transition. Talk about the biggest one of them all, right? Cameron Grimes. What happened to Cameron Grimes? It's hard to transition from NXT to the main roster, but for Solo Sikoa, thanks to the bloodline, it was just fine. And you can see him. He's good. And, the dirt sheets tell you that WWE is trying to push Solo Sikoa as the next attraction, as the next big thing, as the next big heel. I don't see it myself so far. I see Solo as a good guy. I see him as a great wrestler, one of the Usos. I don't see him as a solo big threat, at least right now. Time can change. Time can change things. Time can change people. Time can improvise a lot of stuff. We'll see if Solo Sikoa gets better with time. I really hope so. You're right, Cringe Bro. He really has a deep voice. He's a good guy. I've actually been in touch with Solo Sikoa for a couple of years now, and very nice. I'm pretty sure, like, even now, if you DM him, he'll see your DM, he'll reply. He's very chill like that. When he made his NXT debut, I congratulated him. He responded. When he made his main roster debut, I congratulated him. He responded. It's very cool like that. Very cool. Cena called Solo a low budget talent. Yeah, I did. I laughed when I read that. Yeah, he did. Cena doesn't lie, brother. That's right. Cringebro, once again, great to see you after a long time. And we got Tony saying Taz and Crown Jewel. Never mind, it's Solo. That's right. Taz is not going to be here without Hook, right? So if Taz actually shows up, who's going to be here. And with that being said, it's time for Super Cena to come out. That's right. Sorry about that, guys. Cold still has got the best of me, right? Still struggling a little with my cold here. And here we are. John Cena makes his way to the ring. The leader of C Nation. They don't call him that anymore, right? Remember back in the day, back in like 2010s, early, late 2000s, he was the leader of C Nation. Michael Cole used to say it every single time he came out. Yeah, he doesn't talk about C Nation a lot now, does he? They don't call his fans C Nation anymore, do they? That was like very cringy, I've got to say. But yeah, C Nation. I haven't heard that term C Nation in a while now. I've got to be honest with you. Paul Heyman, dun dun. That's right, dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. You're right, cringe. Gary says, I can't wait until Braun Breaker gets on the main. Me neither, brother. It's gonna be great when he does. Even his like armband or headband that he wears over here on his arm, it does not say C Nation. It says never give up. Earlier, that thing used to say C Nation. Yeah, with that being said, guys, John Cena's like chest is all red. You see it too? I definitely see. I'm not sure if that's sunburn or something, but I do see a lot of redness along his chest tonight. Yeah. The referee has called for the bell. The match is underway here. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. With that being said, Solo Sikoa already has got his Samoan spike ready, and there's a lot of redness on his chest. That's gotta be either he was practicing chops with Gunther, or he's just sunburned, because there's obviously a lot of redness on his chest. I see you, Tony. Let's go Cena. That is funny. That is funny. All right. John Cena dodges the Samoan spike. He gets him in a headlock, gets him down to the mat here. So you like that? Andy, my brother, great to see you. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're keeping well. 1 second. Can I chat? All right, so Andy actually is not, has not been online, because I've got to say this. Andy messaged me some time back, and he let us know that he will be here if he has battery on his phone, because he's at the hospital. Now I'm not sure what actually is wrong. I tried asking, but he wasn't online at that time. Andy, we're all praying for you, and I hope that you're okay. I hope you're healthy, Andy. Please take care. Please take care. All right, and here we are now with John Cena. He's got the arm of 𝗙𝗶𝗹𝗶𝗄. True says he was probably slapping himself. You never know. Or maybe he met Nikki Bella somewhere in the back. You never know. Cena met Gunther looks like. That's what I thought too, cringe, bro. That's what I thought too. Every single time you see somebody's chest is red, you know Gunther must have been around. And here we are working the arm of 𝗙𝗶𝗹𝗄. You know, when I met John Cena, the question that I asked him was Gunther. I asked him, is Gunther your next target? Because I felt like that was indeed where he was going to be headed. I thought that John Cena would go after Gunther. I thought it only made sense. John Cena has never won the Intercontinental Champion. That's the only title that keeps him away from being Grand Slam champion. Gunther has been such a dominant champion. The only person who can actually be an actual threat to Gunther right now is John Cena himself. So I thought it would make sense. So John Cena turned to me, he smiled, he winked at me, he said, right now I'm not looking for targets, I'm looking for moments, and tonight is my next moment. But I think that Cena, Gunther, is going to happen. Indeed, it's going to happen. You're right, true. And Andy says, AJ, I don't have volume, so needless, I'll catch your voice later. I can't comment as I usually... damn. All right. Much love, Andy. Please take care. Please take care. I hope you get better soon, brother. Much love to you. All right. Once again, here we are. Andy is such a great guy. He's a fantastic man. I can't say enough. Every single one of you watching this right now, everybody who's here commenting, I've got to say, you all have such a special place in my heart, and I'm so grateful to all of you for your love, for your support. Of course, Andy, a big part of the family too, and I really hope, Andy, you're okay, you're healthy. Much love to you, brother. Cannot wait to hear back from you and hope, hear that you're okay. But yeah, coming back to the match here, guys. 𝗙𝗶𝗹𝗄 actually now dominating. The tides turned while I was typing, apparently. But 𝗙𝗶𝗹𝗄 actually dominating. Look, they're on international territory right now. And it's very, 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 very hard to imagine John Cena actually losing a match on international waters. It cannot happen. John Cena is loved around the world, but especially outside of America. Like, people love this guy. So every single time Cena is like doing international tours, I don't see him losing. Like, I cannot imagine Cena losing in India, for example, or Dubai, or Saudi Arabia. I cannot see John Cena losing tonight. Marcus says, crowd is chanting Cena and CM Punk. You know it, brother. They want CM Punk here. They want to make some noise for him, right? Ricky, I like that. I love that. Cringe. Everybody sending their love to Andy. I like that. Thanks, Drew. Yeah, and here we are now. John Cena down. John Cena, if you guys, pretty sure all of you know, but John Cena, when he was transitioning into Hollywood, actually, yeah, that was the time, he got a hair transplant. And it's interesting because, he's got hair over here now, but of course, you've got the bald spot in the back. Yeah. All right. Marco should be the... What are you saying, cringe? Don't say that. We want everybody to be healthy and happy, right? Okay, and here we are now. Let's see. 𝗙𝗶𝗹𝗄 gets John Cena down. John Cena trying to get back up over here, trying to grab the rope. So he grabs Solo short, trying to get back up to his feet. Solo is getting the Samoan spike up, and up it goes. He's got to go for the big one, but John Cena gets away with a nice dodge to the Samoan spike. He gets 𝗙𝗶𝗄𝗄 up on his shoulders, but Solo turns around, hits Cena with a big boot to the chest. John Cena goes down hard, goes for the cover, but Cena with the kick out now. Yeah. When will Randy Orton be back? So it's great that you asked me that, because Randy Orton is expected back, like, on any show now, right? It could be tonight, it could be next week on Raw, SmackDown. Randy Orton's cleared and he's gonna return, but it's only, I guess, a matter of time before he does. He could be returning tonight. For what you know, it could be any time. Oh, is that right? I had no idea, cringe. Thanks for that. I thought you were talking about the person commenting. Okay, that's not, I know nothing about soccer, so that's that. Thanks, cringe. Much love. And here we are now. Sorry about that. again, for those who missed it, we have brand new championships tonight, right? We have debuted our brand new Wrasslinews titles. One is the predictions championship for the WWE brand, and one is the trivia championship. And of course, tonight we are all here competing for the predictions title. Right now, dominating and leading the scoreboard is Tony and True. With that being said, Solo Spike, Cena with a nice dodge here one more time, and he is logged in the STF. The STF logged in on Solo Sikoa. And Ricky says, you welcome, much love, Ricky. That's right. Thank you, Cringe. Appreciate that. And now clothesline from Solo. John Cena goes down hard. Jonathan, are you like so done with the show already? Jonathan's like, how much longer, AJ? How much longer? I wanna go to sleep. This show is putting me to sleep. Brother, we've got like 4 more matches to go. So just calculating those 4 more matches, you know, we got about 2 hours more to go, brother. Got 2 more hours to go. Yeah. It's true. It's true. You know, we're looking at 2 more hours, Jonathan. I mean, I'll pull it up for you right now. So we are currently watching the 3rd match of the night, you know, excluding the pre-show. So we got 3 more to go here, and then the main event. So 30 minutes each, right? So this one's going to be 30. This one's going to be 20, 25. This one's going to be another 20, 25. And then you've got the main event, which obviously is going to be like 30 minutes long. So we're looking at 2 more hours, guys. 2 more hours to go. And that's that. Yep. And I can see we got some comments here. We got Corinne says, what happened to Andy? He doesn't have... so Andy's, you know, at the hospital right now. So I'm not sure what's going on. But we're hoping that he's okay and he's healthy. So that's why he doesn't have a volume. But, you know, we'll catch up later when he's free. Ricky says, thank you, Andy means a lot. Ricky, what's going on? Much love to you, Ricky. All right. Oh, John Cena now trying to break up. There you go. We got Winter John Cena right here with the shoulder tackles. And following that up. That's right. We got Super Cena mode in here. He's got to go for it. That's right. You can't see me. John Cena with the rebounds. And a 5-knuckle shuffle here from John Cena. He's looking for the AA. He gets Solo Sikoa up on his shoulders, right where he had Umaga at one point in his career. And Solo Sikoa gets away. He gets Cena down, goes for the cover on him. It's a 1-2, and Cena kicks out. All right, Charlotte says, Andy, I'm sorry to hear that. Much love and prayers going out to you, indeed. Absolutely. Yeah. So we don't know what's going on. Not sure why exactly he's at the hospital, but, you know, we just hope and pray that he's okay, that he's healthy. Yeah. I see. Marcus says, I'm a big fan of Triple H and John Cena and Randy Orton. You know, the legacy, oh my goodness, what's going on with my memory now, right? The evolution. After Triple H, Randy Orton, Batista, Ric Flair. How can you forget? Some of the all-time greats, Marco. You're right about that. And, of course, the rivalry also that Triple H and Randy Orton had was incredible. You talk about, you know, the stuff that they did in the late 2000s. You talk about the rivalry in 2009. Randy Orton vs. Triple H with the title on the line. They fought at WrestleMania 25, actually, for the WWE Championship. Incredible. I mean, they had a great rivalry, too. You know, great friends, but better foes, I've got to say. And right now, we got both Cena as well as 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹 down and the flat on the mat right now. This is John Cena's last match. Ricky, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that John Cena will fight Gunther. Maybe at WrestleMania, I think, but I'm pretty sure John Cena will fight Gunther. And he's gonna go on, he's gonna wrestle for a bit, you know. He's not hanging up his boots just yet. He's not. How old is John Cena? Let me look it up right now, guys. 1 second. John Cena age. 46 years old, right? I mean, he's not giving up. 46, but in a great shape. LA Knight is 41, right? So Cena's not giving up just yet. Cena, by the way, going for the cover again on 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹, but Sikoa kicks out. Age, you're not complaining, but how come whenever you send a message, it looks like you're not typing or it's just me? Cringe, bro. You can't see me. What can I say? I think Cena's going to go back to Hollywood, says Ricky. I see. No, but cringe, bro, it's me typing. It's me typing, indeed. I'm typing. I'm doing everything. I'm a one-man show right here. But Ricky, is this strike over? The strike that was keeping Cena here in the WWE, is it over? Okay. All right, Andy, you take care. Take care, Andy, yeah? I'll see you soon. Much love. All right, come on, Cena, says Tony. That's right, brother. We're all here for Cena. Cena now has 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹 on his shoulders once again. He's got to go for the AA. Cena, 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹 gets away very quickly. And there you are, a rock bottom from 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹 to John Cena. Going for the cover on Cena. Cena kicks out. He could not kick out of that move at WrestleMania 28, but he did it tonight. He did it tonight. Again, that also was a move delivered to him by a great Samoan. And again, the same move delivered to him tonight by a great Samoan in the making. Yeah, but he kicks out. John Cena survives the rock bottom tonight. Not yet, only right. Not actor. The strike is not over yet. I see. Only the writer's strike is over, not the actors. So Cena's going to stick around, right? If the strike's not over, he's sticking around. Yes, for sure. Thank you for that, Cringe Bro. Much love to you. All right, Andy, take care. Get well soon. Once again, John Cena has the arm of 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹 where he wants him. He's looking to lock in the STF again. You guys remember the days when the STF used to be known as the STFU and the AA used to be called the FU? Good days indeed, right? And now John Cena just trying to break the back of 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹 here. As you can see, Sikoa trying to drag his body, drag himself over to the ropes, and there you are. He grabs the rope, causing a rope break. John Cena, oh dear, 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹. You know, this guy also wrestles bare feet, which reminded me, just very randomly reminded me of Matt Riddle. Also another wrestler who used to wrestle bare feet. But I could not stand him. I could not stand Matt Riddle at all. Yeah, at all. Anyways, guys, I've got to say one more time, anybody who's watching us for the first time tonight, welcome to the stream, and it's great to have you here. Don't be shy. Hit the subscribe button and join us in the conversation because, you know, we're here every single time. There's some great wrestling on TV, and we're all here for a good time, for a good chat. So don't be shy. Join the discussion. Let's talk. How do you feel about this match? 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹, by the way, finally hits John Cena with the Samoan spike. John Cena goes down hard. 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹 is looking to go for a second Samoan spike in a row over here. Cena getting up back to his feet, turning towards 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹, and there you are, a second Samoan spike delivered to John Cena. That's right, John Cena is flat down and out right now in the mat. It looks like 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹 is looking to go for the third one. Yeah, he's getting ready. There you are. He's getting ready for it. Is he going to hit it? Is he going to hit it on Cena? John Cena looks like he's choking. He's struggling to breathe right now. Cena turns around. 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹 is going to go for the third Samoan spike. The third Samoan spike has been hit by 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗶𝗹. John Cena is down right now. He has hit Cena with 3 spikes in a row. He might be looking to go for the 4th one here, guys. Man, I would love it so much if Randy Orton comes out. Man, he's destroying John Cena, guys. He is destroying John Cena. What? What? What just happened over here? I cannot believe it. What just happened? I can't. Wow. I cannot believe it. 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗏 has defeated John Cena. That's crazy. The losing streak continues for John Cena. That's crazy. Are you kidding me? 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗏 destroyed John Cena with the Samoan spikes. Come on. Bro, man, my brother, bro. Did you see what happened? 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗏 has defeated John Cena. John Cena's losing streak continues here tonight. I got excited for a second. I thought, okay, this is great. If 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗏 is destroying Cena, what if Randy Orton comes out to protect Cena, to save Cena? That did not happen. Instead, Solo is just walking out here with even a bigger ego than he once had. Gosh. That's terrible. He's looking to actually do some more damage to John Cena now. He's not done yet. Or is he? Looks like he's done. Looks like he's done. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. I know. Tony says 2-1. There you are. 2-1 for True as well. Ricky with the 1 and 2. I see that, brother. I see that. Hey, bro, man. Once again, great to see you. I hope you've been keeping well, too. Reigns should be side-eyeing Solo now. You know it, brother. To defeat John Cena. That too clean. When was the last time that Roman Reigns was able to defeat John Cena clean? I don't think he ever did. He always needed his bloodline friends to defeat John Cena. But 𝗕𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗏 did it with nobody's assistance. He did it clean. So you're right, bro, man. He should definitely be side-eyeing Solo now. Definitely. You're right. Turns out Solo is even more powerful than Roman Reigns himself. 0-3 picking with my heart did not work, and picking with my brain did not work. What should I do? Gary, my brother, just go with True and Tony. Like, they know what they're doing. All right, David says John Cena retired. I don't think so. But you know what I'd really hope? The last time that John Cena lost to a new superstar, a fresh guy, clean, was Austin Theory at WrestleMania 39, right? And it did not go anywhere. I mean, Austin Theory did nothing with that victory. He was like off television 2 weeks later. He dropped the US title randomly on SmackDown. And literally, he did nothing with that victory. Nobody talks about Austin Theory defeating John Cena at WrestleMania. Nobody talks about it. Michael Cole doesn't talk about it. Nobody does. And it should be talked about. But I guess they want to forget about it. They want to forget that it even happened. So I hope that after Solo has defeated John Cena clean, I hope that they actually do something with it. They send Solo to that next level because John Cena obviously has given him that spotlight. He has given him that torch. I hope that Solo takes that torch and does something with it. Just does not turn it off and keep it in his closet. I really hope that they really capitalize on this big-ass victory because this really is big, right? They must do something with him. But, and Tricky says, last time John Cena got big loss was Umaga beating John Cena. And Solo repeating history right here. Time to retire. Cena says, Tony, give up. Cena's all... That's crazy, Tony. What's happening here? Now, that is crazy. Tony, with the roller coaster of emotions over there. Time to retire. Give up. Cena's all elite. I like that. And Corinne says, every time John Cena is in a match nowadays, he gets squashed. Yeah, he's been losing singles matches for like 1,100 plus days. So that's crazy. That's because the match did suck. WrestleMania 39 match against Theory was terrible. You're right, terrible. I also would say the same for John Cena's match against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam 2021. If I'm not wrong, in 2021, it was a terrible match. I want to forget that match. It was a bad match. It was boring. It was lazy. It was bland. And it was just a dull match. It's just Cena versus Reigns 2021 SummerSlam. Bad match, I've got to say. It's cool. I mean, it's cool that, Cena here is trying to help out the younger stars and trying to give them that push. He's right to do it. But it shouldn't become like a regular thing, right? He should not lose like every single pay-per-view. Hopefully not. But great show so far. I've got to say, great show so far. And, let's take a look again at the match card. So we're obviously here done with the first 3 matches of the night. That's on the main card. If you talk about the pre-show, we're done with 4 matches overall. Still to come, 4 matches over here. And so far, we have been going in this exact same order. We have, we're done with the Seth Rollins match. We're done with the Ria Ripley match. We're now done with the 𝗙𝗲𝗍𝗄𝗏 match too. So, if you're following the same order, the next match should technically be either Io versus Bianca or should be Cody versus Damian. But I think it's going to be Io versus Bianca. We shall find out. But yeah, it's been quite an eventful show nonetheless. Let's see what else do we have here. True, so Cena hasn't done the angle. Continues. Yep, it continues. And I think that Cena's match, I guess, that if he's going to wrestle at WrestleMania 40, I think he should wrestle Gunther. Literally. I don't think there's anybody else, that I can imagine. Maybe Brock Lesnar would be nice. Brock Lesnar versus Gunther or John Cena versus Gunther. Either one of the two matches, they must happen. Cena versus Gunther would be great. Brock versus Gunther would be great. I'd be happy with either. But it must be either of the two. What do you guys think? What would you rather see? Cena versus Gunther or Brock versus Gunther at WrestleMania 40? Let me know, guys. What the hell is that? Oh, the boarding, right? The WWE loves augmented reality, right? They love Miz coming out over here. He's got no business being here tonight. He's got no matches. Is he coming out in a ring gear too? He's coming out in a suit, actually. But why? We have an impromptu Miz TV in Saudi Arabia. Who is it gonna be with? True says Brock. I see that. Ricky says John Cena says SBK was a good match for WrestleMania. It was a fantastic match. WrestleMania 23 was a fantastic pay-per-view, brother, without a doubt. It was a great pay-per-view. Even 24, 25, For me, the pay-per-views that really stood out in recent history, 23 was monumental. 24 was amazing. 25 was off the charts. 26 was a decent pay-per-view. Yeah, it was a good pay-per-view. 26, yeah, it was good. It was sweet. We had some memorable matches. Sheamus, it was his first WrestleMania. We had John Cena versus Batista, incredible match. We had the Legacy breaking up triple threat match between the three. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, the main event, last match of Shawn Michaels that we should know of. Yeah, 26 was great. Okay, let's listen to Miz now, and I'll come back to the whole WrestleMania stuff. Is it Logan Paul?
Saudi Arabian movie in history. Qatar, ladies and gentlemen, please get up out of your seats for Abraham Al-Hajjaj.
Man, this is just for Saudi Arabian government, right? To make them happy, I guess. This, we have nothing to do with this, right? We have no business watching this. We literally have no business watching this. He's a Saudi Arabian actor, basically. But if this was like a Saudi Arabian, I'll be honest with you guys, if this was a Saudi Arabian house show, sure, fill it up with Saudi Arabian actors and everything. But to be honest with you, the global audience does not know him, and this is a global show, and people from around the world are watching it. So, no disrespect, but how do they expect the global audience to even care about this segment? They're not gonna care about this segment. Absolutely not. Ricky, that's a top Saudi Arabian actor, I believe. You're right, Ricky. John Cena, Umaga, Royal Rumble match 2007. Good stuff, brother. Indeed, brother. Great stuff. Do these guys remember Mansoor? I wonder how do they feel about Mansoor and how he ended up in the WWE and now he's fired as well, right? You can tell that the guy is living his dream right now, right? Wow. People actually cheering the Miz on, yeah?
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. Crown Jewel here in Riyadh, baby. So your character in the movie Qatar,
We're actually doing like a... I'm so glad that Grayson Waller came out over here. Thank you for that, Grayson Waller. Thanks for that. Man, thank you for saving us from what could have been a very boring segment. Really? The Miz thought, to come out here in the middle of a pay-per-view and talk about some guy's movie was a good idea? Seems like Saudi Arabia and the actor in the ring does not really care about Grayson Waller. And nobody seems to care about Grayson Waller. You don't see people popping for him at all, right? Wow. But this is pretty damn cool. Is this not the first time that The Miz is meeting Grayson Waller? This is very cool, actually. I like that. Grayson Waller says it's not 2005 anymore, it's 2023. The Miz TV is old, Grayson Waller effect is new.
Hottest show? Looks like Australian public access. Cheap shirt, cheap set. It's like you're getting Cristiano Ronaldo and you want them to settle for the ball boy.
Man, the Cristiano Ronaldo reference, because of course there was a rumor that he was gonna be, involved with this pay-per-view. Of course, that has not happened yet. Yet.
And I agreed to come to WWE to be at the hottest talk show. The hottest talk show.
Is the actor gonna say that Grayson Waller effect is the hottest talk show?
Miz TV.
Oh, the actor says, no, it's Miz TV. It's not the Waller effect. I guess so, Jonathan. I guess so, brother. Yeah, probably. Probably. Sergi, much love. Good to see you. Grayson Waller should insert a Taylor Swift joke right about now.
You notice right now, but if you look around this venue, my name is all over this place, which means this is my show.
It doesn't look like people care about Waller at all, right? Nobody cares about Waller, it seems.
So how about you get out of my ring right now?
The Miz truly is a baby face now, is he not? And he's got a Saudi Arabian actor here backing him up, it seems. Are we gonna get physical in the ring here?
You're kidding yourself right now.
I know, true. I know. This is a segment that we did not need, and this is a segment that we did not deserve. All right. All right. I've got a feeling that this guy's gonna do like a dive from the top turnbuckle or something. Or maybe not. Wait, it's a boot to the face. What a waste of time, guys. What a waste of time. As the $1 Million Man once said, everybody has a price and everything has a price.